Got that one. Let's get that live going on YouTube. Waiting for TikTok to get up and ready. Come on, TikTok update. Wonderful. All right. Come on. Come on, TikTok. Come on, TikTok. Come on. Loading it up. There we are. All right. Go live. Cool. Okay. So now gotta turn this on. Sweet. Wonderful. We are good to go. Let's do this thing. Cool. Set up in that corner. Get the YouTube chat out. Wonderful. Hey, how's it going, Thelonious? How you doing, man? You are the first person in. Congrats. Right. What should we do for a live goal? Let's do the Panther paws are pretty cool. You guys want to do Panther paws? No, we got to do the mustache. Where's the hat and mustache? What's up, Coco? Just painting some guitars. Ooh, that's cool. I like that. Okay, I like that. It's pretty dope. How you doing, Coco? Where the hell is the hat and mustache? There it is. I'm gonna do like 20 of those because fuck it. There we go. Got those set. Sweet. What's up, YouTube, TikTok, Lemon? Hey, how you doing, Lemon? Yo, thank you already for that hat. Love you, Thelonious. Dyeing some clothes. Ooh, man, you guys are having some fun stuff going on. That's pretty dope. Painting guitars, dyeing clothes. That's awesome. Doing all right, Lemon. Odin woke me up way too fucking early today. Here to listen and support. Freaking love you, Thelonious. Thinking about getting a new cardigan. I don't like the color on this one too much. I don't want to get a more woolly kind of a one. I don't want to use wool, but like that color, like a knitted, I think that'd be really nice. All right, now it's a waiting game. Wait for everyone to get in here and get some good convos going. We've been working on being a little bit more patient, right? And letting people talk a little bit more. That's been pretty nice. Get my coffee down. I made a nice and strong batch today. Hey, don't laugh at me, Lemon. That's mean. That's overrated. Well, I realize like I usually sit at like 120 viewers in lives when I'm not cursing a whole bunch. What's up, Robin Hood? Welcome in. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And I've noticed that the more I get reported, the less viewers I have TikTok is not a fan of being reported. I like to average 100 to 120 people per stream. So the fact that I've been not suspended, but held back, and I'm averaging like 60 is like, ouch. Oops. Are the theists scared? Something like that. But we also just went live, so I'm sure we'll have some people in soon. Been live for 4 minutes. Good morning, Anne. I need to figure out how to get a call screen for YouTube as well. Wonder how I can do that. What's up, Ken? Welcome in. If any of you guys knows how to add like a call screen or whatever, so I can add to YouTube, let me know. I think that'd be really smart. Mark, let's get you in here, man. Let me make sure my headphones are on here. Cool. How's it going, Mark?
Hey man, what's going on?
Hey, doing all right. You're over the age of 18?
Yes, I am actually. I'm 55.
Wonderful. Which God do you believe in?
Well, that's a great question, man. This is this is where I kind of look at it. The Earth from the sun, the moon, the way everything is aligned. Okay, it's by design.
Can I ask
Now,
you
what?
something?
Sure.
What if the distance between us and the sun changed by a drastic amount every single year?
Humans would no longer exist.
False. It changes about 500,000 miles per year.
But there's a zone it doesn't go out of. That's my
We're in the
point.
Goldilocks
There's
zone, but we're
there's a
not even in the
zone.
best spot of the Goldilocks zone. We're barely in the Goldilocks zone. It could be better. So to say it's perfectly designed is false. We know why we're on Earth, and we know how Earth was formed, and it's due to gravity. It has nothing to do with some creator. If we had showcasing of something designing it, then sure. But just because there's order doesn't mean there's a designer.
I'm processing. Give me a minute. Okay, how about a dog's sense of smell?
Evolution. Biology explains it. Same for ours. By the way, I have the same color blindness that dogs have, so I don't know what your point there is. We're still animals. We are mammals. We are great apes. We are Homo sapiens.
I'm not disagreeing there 100%. I look at certain animals and certain creatures, and there are certain aspects of that animal, mammal, or whatever that is completely by design.
No, it's not.
And if,
Do you know what design means?
well, it can have different meanings.
No, it doesn't. So definitions of words exist for a reason so that we can communicate as humans. To say something is designed requires evidence of a designer. You don't just get to look at a tree and say it was designed. Why? Because it's natural. Natural things aren't designed, they're natural in nature. Things are designed by a designer if they're unnaturally made and have to be made by a person. So to presuppose design is very fallacious. You're basically presupposing that God already exists. Oh, he dipped. Cool. Okay. Textbooks are free at libraries. Life exists in a place where life can exist. Life existing where life could not exist would be better evidence for God. Facts. Why don't people live in space? Go look up the laryngeal nerve in a giraffe. Yep, I heard about that one as well. Presupposing design doesn't give evidence or credence to design. Facts. Let's get MA in here. I was nice to that guy. I hope you guys respect that. What's up, MA?
Oh, what's going on, Loma?
Hey, man, you over the age of 18?
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. Which God do you believe in?
Does it matter?
You're not able to answer simple questions. We're not going to have a conversation if you're unable to have questions. Are you able to communicate back and forth? Yes or no?
Yep.
Cool. Do you believe in a God?
Yep.
Which God? You hopped up in here. You wanted to have a conversation. I'm going to ask one more time. Which God?
I believe in the God of Abraham.
There you go. Good boy. Do you follow a religion?
All right. Why are you acting like that?
Yeah, why are you acting like that? Do you follow a religion? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Which one?
The religion of Abraham.
You're a Muslim?
Mm-hmm.
You're a Christian?
It's the religion of Abraham.
You're a Christian?
Abraham was a Christian?
You're a Catholic? Abrahamic God, there's 40,000
Abraham-
denominations of the Abrahamic
Abraham
God.
was a Catholic?
There's 40,000 denominations of the Abrahamic God. 40,000. If I talk to you the same way that I would a Muslim,
Hey-
it's not going to attribute
hey,
to
dude,
you.
Dude,
So
you
if
need
you're
to-
a Muslim and I talk to you as if you're a Christian, it's
You
not
need to
going
use your brain, dude.
work very well. Yeah, you should try using your brain. If I talk to you like you're a Mormon, but you're a
You just
Muslim,
told
it's
me
not gonna
Abraham was a
work out
Christian.
very well. The Abrahamic God has 40,000 denominations. From some of those denominations, you have Catholicism, Judaism, Mormonism, and Muslim. So which one are you? I don't want to talk to you as if you're a Muslim if you're a Christian.
Look, bro, I'm giving you views.
Good God, go study. Yeah, he just wants to fuck around. He has no desire to have an actual conversation. Oh yeah, I ran. I hope you clip it, post it, and tag me. Hey, how's
Good
it going?
morning. Pretty good, man. How about you?
Doing all right, brother. Finishing up my first cup of coffee still. You're over the age of 18, right?
Yes.
Wonderful. Which God do you believe in?
I'm sorry?
Which God do you believe in?
The God of Abraham. I'm curious. What is
No, I
your
asked you
what
which
is your
God you believe in.
perspective? Oh, I said the God of Abraham.
Yeah, which one?
My bad.
There's 40,000 denominations of the Abrahamic God. Are you a Muslim?
No, I'm not a Muslim.
But you said you believe in the Abrahamic God. So are you a Muslim? This
No,
is why I
I am
ask
not a Muslim.
clarifying questions, because it's useless for me to talk to you as if you're a Muslim if you're a fucking Jew. Which God, which religion do you apply to?
A Christian.
Good boy. Are you driving?
No.
All right, I'll take your word for it. Cool. Christian. Thank you. That wasn't very hard, was it? We're adults, right? We can answer questions like adults.
Yeah.
Cool. What you got for me?
I'm curious what you base your opinion that there's no evidence for God. What is it that you base that on?
Is there evidence that unicorns exist?
Actually, unicorns are real. People just
Is there evidence
think that
Bigfoot
that's
exists?
unicorns. Not to my knowledge,
How do you know that?
because it's not to my knowledge.
Exactly. So this is
Where?
called a negative claim. If you make a claim that something does exist, and I say there's no evidence for that, or I don't believe in that, it's not my job to prove that. It's your job to prove the claim that this thing does exist. So my opinion doesn't fucking matter. My opinion doesn't change facts. If you have evidence for your God, provide it. Don't change the burden of proof. That's fallacious.
Okay, so you don't actually want to engage in an intelligent conversation
I
about
can
what
tell
you
no,
believe.
since you're whining like a little bitch instead of providing evidence. Do you have evidence for your God? Or do you just want to shift the burden of proof because you have no evidence?
Do you remember a minute ago when you...
Use this time to provide evidence, not to whine. If you want to whine, get out of the call.
Are your parents proud of you acting like
you
a
can
child?
whine in my chat. You can cry in my chat. Maybe chat will listen to you crying. I don't care about you crying. You hopped up in here.
Are you okay?
You hopped up in here. The prompt is there's no evidence for God. If you would like to provide evidence for God, you can. I'll give you one more opportunity. Would you like to provide evidence for your God? Yes or no?
You are evidence of God to me.
How's it going, Resurrected? How you doing, man? Nice to see you, brother. Yeah, they always jump to Adham. To answer your question, no, my parents are not proud. What's your evidence? Toenails. Look at the beat. Love that. It's like he was falling in love with you. Probably was. All right, we got 48 people in here. Tap that screen and share the video around. Hit follow if you haven't already. And another day with no evidence. Yeah, pretty much. Oh. Pretty much. The evidence is life. No, it's not. Don't think it's possible to prove the existence of Yahweh. No, it's not. You know, sometimes delivers sound extremely creepy with their love and oh, your evidence God exists, right? Not really. The red rivers are just a mineral imbalance. Quite literally. The reason the rivers turned red is because of algae and the sun's UV rays heating it up. Oh, you're good, Celine. I got you. Jay, hop up. Get in the box. Make me look dumb, bud. Precept Himmy. This dude's name literally has precept in it. This is gonna suck.
Yep.
How's it
Good
going?
morning.
You over the age of 18?
Yes, sir.
Alright, which God do you believe in?
Triune God of the Bible.
Okay, I'm gonna guess Christian then.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm nervous about the precept in your name.
Oh, you should be. You definitely should be.
What are you presupposing?
What do you mean? What I'm presupposing God's existence in my argument, transcendental
That's
argument.
literally fallacious in and of itself.
How is it fallacious? Go ahead.
Because there's no evidence for it. We
Are
presuppose
you
things in
saying
natural reality like axiomatic principles of laws, and that is not fallacious. But if you presuppose an unproven claim, it is fallacious. Same as ad hominem is not always fallacious. If you use an ad hominem instead of providing evidence, it is therefore fallacious. So you have to have evidence for your reasoning in belief systems, otherwise it becomes fallacious. So do you
wait,
have any evidence for your claim, or do you just presuppose your claim?
I do. I have a
No, you
question, though,
don't. If
clarifying
you just said the
question.
tag argument
Yeah,
and you
don't run, don't
presuppose,
run.
I'm not running. You have to pay attention. So you literally admitted
This
that
is
you
an appeal to
presuppose.
ignorance
So
fallacy.
no, you literally admitted that you presuppose God in your arguments.
Yeah, you're about to get cooked. Are you saying you can't prove X, therefore X is true? Are
That's
you
not what I'm
saying that?
saying.
Yeah, what's your standard of evidence, by the way? Because I
Better
could
than yours.
provide
You
you a
presuppose
plethora
God.
of
Provide your evidence.
I could provide you a
Provide
plethora
it.
of evidence. I'm asking, what's the standard of evidence?
Provide your evidence.
What's the standard of evidence?
Provide your evidence.
That's a dodge. What's a standard? What's
It's not
the
a
standard
dodge.
of evidence?
You're dodging by not
Yeah,
providing evidence.
that's dodge. Yeah, I'll just give a transcendental proof.
Chill out, dude. I don't know how much cocaine you've had this morning. Relax. Provide your evidence.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you. I am right now. It's a transcendental proof. This would be a form of evidence. I have two forms of evidence. One is going to be a transcendental proof, right? It's going to be if knowledge, then the triune God. Knowledge, therefore the triune God. So that's one form, and then in and that the world
Pause.
appears to be designed, and to the impossibility of its
Pause.
negation that it's an illusion of design.
You already made one claim. Slow down. I know you're hopped up on drugs. Chill. That
I'm
first
cool
argument.
as a
Re-say it
cool
again.
as a cucumber. What's that?
Re-say your first argument again.
Yeah, it's going to be a modus ponens inference rule. It's going to be if knowledge, then the triune God. Knowledge, therefore the triune
Yeah,
God.
that's not how that
Holding
works.
to the impossibility of the contrary in the law of experience.
Yeah, that's not how that works. You have to provide
All
evidence
right,
that
if I'm
knowledge
going to
comes
be muted,
from.
I hope you have a.
So you have to provide evidence that knowledge comes from said God, which requires proving that God exists and then
I just
proving
told you.
and
I
then
gave
proving
you.
that the God makes knowledge.
Yeah, I gave you a
No, you
transcendental
didn't. You
proof or a
provided a
reductio ad
presupposing
absurdum.
fallacy. You just used God of the gaps.
No, you don't even.
You used
You need
God
to
of the
stop
gaps.
saying
You used God of the gaps fallacy by saying I don't know, therefore God.
that is not a. That is.
You used God of the gaps fallacy by saying I don't know, therefore God. What evidence
Yeah,
do you have that
no,
God made
no,
knowledge? Shut up. What evidence do you have that God made knowledge?
Yeah, that would not
What evidence
be.
do you have
And
that
I
God
can
made knowledge?
explain-
What
I can
evidence do you have that God
explain
made
how
knowledge?
that.
What evidence do you have that
All
your
right.
God made knowledge?
You're
What evidence do you have
being
that your God made
disruptive,
knowledge?
so you don't
False.
get.
Shut
You're
up.
being
Stop whining.
disruptive,
No one
so you
cares
don't
about
get
your feelings.
eviscerated. It's
Fuck your
very
feelings. What
clear.
evidence
You
do you
have a
have that your
wonderful
God made
day,
knowledge?
sir.
Fuck you. Fuck your feelings. What evidence do you have that your God made knowledge? You made a claim.
Yeah, I just did. The
Quit
claim
crying.
was
No. Provide your
knowledge-
evidence that God made
if
knowledge,
knowledge,
dumbass.
then
No, shut the
God-
fuck up. Provide evidence that God made knowledge.
you're a real funny guy.
You're literally using fallacies in your arguments, and you're
How
saying
is
that
the
I'm
relationship-
interesting. So
How-
here's what you need to do. You just said knowledge
How is
equates
the
God, so provide evidence that God made knowledge.
How is the relationship
Hey,
with your
shut up.
biological?
So you made a claim that God made knowledge. Provide
You
evidence for
want
that claim.
therapy?
So
I can give you.
provide evidence for the claim that God made knowledge.
I'm very well versed
Provide
in
evidence
psychology.
provide evidence for the claim.
We're
that
gonna
God made
go.
knowledge.
We're gonna do some psychology here today
Provide
for you.
evidence
Okay.
for the claim that God
I want
made
you to
knowledge.
tell me
So
about the
I'm gonna turn
relationship
your
you had with your
audio
father
down
or didn't
so
have with your
low that
biological
nobody can
father.
hear
Go
you.
ahead and tell me.
So now nobody's able to fucking hear you over me. I know you have absolutely no communication skills, but you made a claim that God made
So
knowledge.
tell me about
What
the
evidence do you
relationship
have
you
that God
didn't
made
have with your
knowledge?
biological father.
This is
Were
called a
you
red
were you
herring.
raised
So what
in a
evidence do you
single
have for your
parent
claim that
household?
God made knowledge?
I know that
This
the
is called a
lack
red
of
herring.
good
You are
behavior
running away
that you're demonstrating is
Bringing
proof
up other topics
that you were
because you
raised in
don't know how
a one or a
to
single
provide
parent
evidence
household, lack or
because
void
there's no
of a
evidence for your
biological
God.
father.
So what
So-
evidence do you have that your God
So can you
made
tell me a little bit
knowledge?
about the relationship you didn't have with your biological father, where
What
he
evidence do you
was,
have
where he
that
was
your
at in the
God
home?
made knowledge?
Yeah, the impossibility of the contrary is proof to sustain the claim.
What evidence do you
That due
have
to the
that God
infinite,
made
I'm
knowledge?
telling you, you keep saying evidence. What's your standard of evidence? Go ahead.
What evidence do you have that your God made knowledge?
I already
You're the
told
one
you
that
it's a
said-
transcendental. I just told you it's a transcendental proof, and that the
Right, so
world
it's God of the
appears to
gaps
be
fallacy.
designed with the
so
impossibility
it's a
of
God
its
of the gaps
negation,
fallacy.
that
You
it's
have
an
no evidence
illusion.
for it?
Yeah, what's a God of
So
the
you have
gaps
no evidence
fallacy?
for it, right?
No, the
So
transcendental
you don't have
argument
evidence
isn't.
for it, and
We
you
don't
just
know
input
X.
God because you don't
Wait,
know.
yeah. Can I make a correction to your ignorance? I'm gonna make a correction to your ignorance so you stop being ignorant. So a God of the gaps is
I'm
we
ignorant,
don't
yet you
know
have
X.
no evidence for your
Therefore-
God, and you inputted him as the
therefore,
answer, which is a literal definition
This is
of
the
God
best
of the gaps
inference.
fallacy.
This is the best inference.
So you have no evidence that
right?
your God made knowledge, and you're
To a
claiming it as a
conclusion.
truth claim without any evidence, reasoning, or logical soundness.
Yeah. What's your ground for logic?
Yeah, axioms.
Axioms? Okay, name an axiomatic principle within the laws of logic. Go ahead.
Brother, you haven't even provided a logical argument.
Give
that
me
is
an
sound.
axiom. Hey, if we're gonna say brute part,
You haven't even provided a logically sound argument for your God. So
Wait,
don't act like you know
God,
what logic
wait,
is.
wait. If I say God,
Stop dodging. So I'm gonna now do a countdown.
this isn't a dodge.
Yeah,
I'm
you
testing
dodged
your
so many
criterion
times.
to see if you undermine your own
You
criterion,
can't
which
even
you
hold
will.
your
I
own
promise.
claim. So here's
Now,
dodge
try to
number
answer the
one. You
question
just
without
dodged number one. I'm gonna
obfuscating.
start
Are you
counting
ready?
them. I'm gonna start counting them. So here's the deal. You just said God made knowledge. Dodge number one.
Yeah.
Do not dodge a second time. What evidence do you have that God made
Wow,
knowledge?
you're so good.
All right,
Are
that's
you
the
gonna
second
are you gonna
dodge.
over
Don't dodge a
are
third
you
time.
gonna
Do you have evidence
overtalk
that your
me
God made
until
knowledge?
you kick me?
Do you have evidence
See,
that
I'm
your God made
demonstrating.
knowledge? That is 3 dodges from you. You should provide an answer.
Yeah, this is just
Don't dodge a fourth
going to be
time. Don't
axiomatic.
dodge a fourth time. What evidence
Yeah,
do
I'm
you have
answering
that your
your
God
question.
made
Yeah,
knowledge?
knowledge is just going to be
What evidence do you
axiomatic due to
have that
God's
your God made
revelation.
knowledge?
Yeah, I'm explaining it to you. Stop running your
No,
meat
you
flaps,
can stop
okay?
dodging and running away. Stop.
Stop running your
being a
meat
sissy.
flaps,
Stop
okay?
running like a coward.
I just
Provide
told
the
you.
evidence.
I just
Provide
told
the
you.
evidence that links knowledge
Yeah,
to
you
God.
don't have a standard
You
for
have to
evidence.
link knowledge
Actually,
with God.
knowledge
What
is,
you
is
can
logically
do is you
impossible
can
due to
stop
infinite
being
regress.
dishonest, and you can say that you believe
Hey,
based
pal,
on faith,
God
and
bless
that's perfectly
you.
fine. But what you're saying
You
is it's
are
an
going
absolute
to
truth
stand before
that your
God, and you're
made
going to be eternally punished when you
all.
die, and God will be
All.
justified in sending you to hell.
all.
That's just the fact of the matter. It's a
all.
true
It's a
dichotomy.
fact.
Accept
all.
Jesus
it's a fact
Christ
that I'm gonna go,
or
guys,
burn in
it's
hell.
a fact that I'm going to go to hell.
Hey, why don't you just kick me now? Go ahead.
Why don't you
That's what
provide
you
evidence
want.
for your
You're
claim that
scared
God
of
made
being
knowledge?
completely dunked on. So you're being disruptive. You're doing the 3D
I'm being
strategy is what
disruptive.
Dar says. Dodge, deflect, disrupt. You're
I'm
not willing to
dodging.
engage
Hey,
on an
can you provide
intellectual
evidence that
level with
God
someone
made
that's smarter
knowledge?
than you. I'm far more intellectually sound than you.
Oh, I'm
I can
so
promise
sure.
you. So
you provide
why don't you
evidence that
tell
God
me
made
what's your
knowledge?
just a clarifying question. What's your standard of evidence?
Hey, just a clarifying question. Can you provide evidence that God made knowledge?
Yeah, I just did a transcendental proof. The
No, you
evidence
didn't.
would be that the evidence
I
would
just did a transcendental proof.
yeah, look it up. Yeah, I just gave you evidence. You're committing an appeal to
I
ignorance
just
fallacy. You're
used
saying you
God of
can't
the
prove
gaps
X,
fallacy,
therefore
and
X
it
is
proves
true,
my
aren't you?
point. You
Yeah,
have
I'm
evidence
explaining
that
it to
God
you.
made knowledge.
Yeah, when you ask for evidence, you're committing an appeal to ignorance fallacy. I'm just pointing that out.
Do you have evidence that God made knowledge?
Because now, yeah, it's very. Wait, I can't engage with what you're wanting from me because it's an appeal to ignorance fallacy.
Do you have evidence that God made knowledge?
No, stop saying evidence. That's an appeal to ignorance fallacy.
Do you have
I don't know
evidence
what you're.
that God made knowledge?
Yeah, the evidence. Yeah, here's the evidence. Ready? Yeah, the evidence for God is that the world appears to be designed with the impossibility of its negation that it's an illusion of design. Do you want to engage? Go ahead and give the argument for how it's an illusion of design.
It
Please do.
appears to be this way, and I have no other answer. So God of the gaps,
just
God
gave you-
did it. I have no clue
Yeah, that's
what,
not- that's-
what makes
yeah, that's not
lightning,
God of
so
the
it
gaps.
must be Zeus.
No, that's not
literally a
God of the
That's
gaps.
the definition
The
of a God of the gaps
presupposition is that
fallacy.
God is the necessary precondition for
You
truth,
have to
reason,
prove
and
that. It's not
intelligibility.
axiomatic.
Yeah, what's your standard of proof? Go ahead.
I already explained that multiple
Oh
times.
no, it is. Yeah, it is axiomatic, and if you don't
it's
accept that,
not.
you're violating your own criterion.
No, God is
Go
not
ahead
an
and prove
axiom.
how it's not axiomatic. Go ahead.
God
You
is
made
not
the
an
claim.
axiom or a priori.
Yeah, go ahead. Wait, go ahead and you made the claim. Prove it.
No, I didn't make a positive claim. Are
No,
you
you just
stupid?
yeah, no, you did. You just
No.
made a positive claim
No, I haven't.
that God's existence is not axiomatic. So go ahead
Yeah,
and prove
because
it.
you haven't proven the claim.
That's a dodge. Dodge number.
You
We're at
haven't
least
proven the
11 with
claim.
you.
So
Yeah, I
now
just
that
proved it to
all
you.
your red
I
herrings
said,
are done,
I
and you
just
look
proved
like an
it to you.
absolute fool in front of 50 people, do you have evidence
Oh,
that
wow.
God made
Yeah,
knowledge?
I look like a fool. You're the one that can't stop interrupting or act like a
Says you
civilized
interrupting
human
me over and
being.
over and over and over
Right?
and over
I'm
and
gonna
over
give
with
the
red
argument
herrings.
again.
So do you have
If
evidence
knowledge,
that
then
your
the
God made
triune.
knowledge?
Yeah, ready? I'm giving you the evidence. If knowledge, then the triune God knowledge. Therefore, the triune God. That would be a modus ponens
Yeah,
inference
that's,
rule
again,
with the
lots of
impossibility of the
fallacies,
contrary and the law of excluded
including,
middle.
but
Now, do you
not
want to
limited to,
respond?
God of the gaps. It's also
Yeah, do you want to
massive begging
respond?
the question. Because
Yeah,
again,
no,
you
it's
don't
not
have
God of the
evidence
gaps.
for
You
it.
need
Do
to
you have
learn what
evidence
God of the
that God
gaps
made
is.
knowledge?
If you were see, you're demonstrating that you're
Do you
really
have
ignorant
evidence
because
that God
any
made
any
knowledge?
philosophically sound person knows
Do you
that
have
tag is not
evidence
God of the
that
gaps.
God made knowledge?
That's an appeal to ignorance fallacy. I'm not going to
No, it's
engage with
not.
that.
Do you have evidence that God made knowledge? This is a yes or no.
Yeah, you're simply saying that you can't
This
prove.
is a yes or no question. Do you have evidence that God made knowledge? Yes or no? You can unmute yourself, fool. You have to use your brain to do that.
yeah,
So
the
this is a
evidence
yes
is
or
that
no question, not a yap. So do you or do you not, yes or no, have evidence that your God made knowledge?
yes, I have evidence.
Provide it.
It's through God's special.
So, no, you have to provide something to link God and evidence together.
Yeah, I just did.
No, you
Yeah,
didn't.
the evidence
No, you
is.
didn't.
Yeah, the
No, you
evidence
didn't.
is through
No, you didn't. No.
God's.
You begging the question, saying that premise A must be true because I can't accept anything else, is not proof that your God made knowledge.
No, it's not about me accepting anything else. It's the impossibility.
Yeah, so no. What world have you observed
Why are you
where there
being a
is no
fascist
God?
tyrant?
And
Why
then
are
what
you being
world
a
have you
fascist
observed
tyrant?
where there is a
Why are
God
atheists?
to be
Why are
able
all
to make the
atheists
claim
fascist tyrants?
that it is impossible? Or something to be
Why are
impossible,
you guys all? Why are you?
have to
Why are
have
you
something
being a
to compare
fascist
it to
tyrant?
that it is literally impossible.
You don't like freedom.
to
Atheists
prove
don't enjoy
that it's
freedom.
impossible.
Yeah, stop being a fascist tyrant and watch your finger from the mute button. I'm going to answer your question. The evidence is.
I'll do what I want.
Yeah, I bet you will. You're.
Okay, so you've
How does-
been dodging for 13 minutes now. So we're going to go back to the original
already answered
claim.
that. I've-
Provide evidence that God made knowledge.
Evidence that God made knowledge is through a special revelation. Now, can you respond?
All right. I gave him enough time. Watch him in chat say he ran. Watch this. We're going to get 4 messages in chat. Oop, host ran. Watch this. Let's turn up the volume again. Yes, you are God, Celine. I had a revelation that I made the universe. Therefore, it's true. The Lord of the Rings might be more truth than the Bible. Valid assumption. What would I talk about if there was no discussion about God? Many other things. Precept, you got cooked. It is hilarious. Keep whining in my chat. It helps my engagement. Thank you. No, I didn't run. I was just sick of your horseshit. You used so many fallacies, I lost count. I actually pointed out which fallacies you were using, why they were fallacious, and what you needed to do to be able to provide evidence. And you just don't know how to listen. Yeah, Doc, thank you for the engagement. CS Friendly, thank you for the engagement. Prezup, thank you for the engagement. Thank you guys for the engagement. Sean, I'm actually drinking whiskey. Kidding. How do you know it's coffee? Don't presup that it's coffee. Odin for president. Facts. Yeah, watching the movie Harry Potter doesn't mean Harry Potter is real, Alan. And I'm not using God to give views. I am having a religious back and forth discussion over gods. And not your God, by the way. There are thousands of gods. I talk about all the gods. So, your God isn't that special, by the way. There's so many other gods older than yours. Yeah. He is hanging out in the comments. He's helping my engagement. Yeah, you guys have not baked Ian or Blitz. Blitz is so fucking respectful as well. I'm sure you think you destroyed Blitz because he's respectful. And he didn't call you what you are, which is a dumbass. Blitz is a good guy. Ian, he'll make fun of you. Hell yeah. That's probably why your butt hurt. Blitz has a CPU speed in his noggin that supersede most people. Facts. Blitz is fucking crazy, dude. I love him. I watched you for a long time. Keep up the good work. Thank you, JJ. Ian crashed out. Yeah, Ian's very good at being... Blitz and Ian are really good at being very calm, collected, and respectful. Yeah. They're both very good at what they do. Mad respect to them. Oh, and go follow and subscribe to Ian as well. He's a lot more into the philosophy of it. Ian's pretty fucking calm. If you don't think Ian's calm, you're crazy. Literally. Here, watch this. This is Ian's definition of not calm. Yeah, so I've asked you 3 times to do this. Do not dodge for a 4th time. So I have asked you this question. It is very simple. Respond with a yes or no. Okay, so I have now watched you dodge 4 times. Do not dodge for a 5th time. This is the question I asked you, and this was your claim. Can you provide... That is his freaking out. Calm. Dodge number 3. Don't make it a 4th dodge. I fucking love Ian, dude. I fucking love him. Ian's fucking awesome. Oh yeah, Ian is his TikTok and YouTube is Ian, IAN. Ian will calmly kick someone and say, "Well, that was gross. Moving on." Facts, dude. I fucking love Ian, dude. Just the way he... I like to think that I don't give a fuck. Ian doesn't give a fuck. I love Ian. Tap that screen, guys. We're at 7,400. Let's get to 10K. What is your opinion on religious psychosis? Yeah, so I mean, same as my opinion on religion, that religion in and of itself isn't dangerous. There's nothing wrong with being religious or being a believer in some sort of a deity. Religious psychosis in and of itself is not necessarily dangerous. Like, genuinely believing you're hearing God's voice in and of itself is not dangerous. Now, the danger comes in when you read the story of Abraham being willing to slaughter his child because this voice said to, and you believe that that's a truth, and that if you were given this voice to go slaughter someone just because a voice told you to, that's when it becomes dangerous. Let's go through some thank yous for... We got Dan with a heart me. Thank you, Dan. George, thank you for your heart me gift. KIC, thank you for the goats. Gage, what is up, man? Let him cook. Thank you very much. And Aviv with the roses. Thank you very much. And a heart me from Holly. I love you guys. Thank you very much. You guys are amazing. Yeah, you should find something else to do with your time, J-Bon. Why are you wasting your time watching someone you don't like? Go elsewhere. Stop wasting your time, J-Bon. Stop wasting your time. Why are you wasting your time, J-Bon? But keep whining. Like, don't leave. Keep crying in my comments. It helps engagement. Keep crying, please. Don't stop. Don't stop. I was homeschooled. I was absolutely picked on by my older siblings. Are we close to the new camera goal? Yeah. I'm waiting for... The way that I have everything set up is I have to, after TikTok pays on Wednesdays, I have to order a check, and then I have to wait 5 to 10 business days for the check. So I'm just waiting for the check to come in, and then we'll get a camera and a ring light. Yeah, I was homeschooled in a church. My dad is a pastor, and my homeschooling required reading the Bible and studying the Bible for 8 hours a day. So yes, I was homeschooled and indoctrinated by the Bible. And then I started studying the Bible very in-depthly, and also studying theology, and realized how fallacious the Bible was. Yeah, TikTok only accepts PayPal for payments, like for paying out. And I've got problems on my PayPal, so I have to, it goes into my PayPal, then I have to get a check from PayPal, and then I have to upload the check to Cash App. Is your dad still a pastor? Yes. Yeah, he's been a pastor for like 40 years. Yeah, most atheists have read the Bible. That's why we are atheists. That's a very, very valid point. 80% of Christians have not read the Bible front to back. Does it affect your relationship? Oh, I have no relationship with him anymore. I do, however, have a relationship with my mother. Even though she's a MAGA Christian. She actually bought me a Bible the other day. Fresh Start Bible. Because she thinks that I need a fresh start with God. It was pretty funny. I just came downstairs, and it was on my desk. It was hilarious. Yeah. So I just put it with my other Bibles. Like, I've already read it. I opened it up and read it a little bit. But I'm going to read you guys the cover for this Bible. The slip-on cover. Features in this Bible 52 important questions about the foundations of faith. So let me rephrase that in English. 52 questions about the foundations of belief without evidence. 59 key Bible characters and events, of which have no evidence supporting them. Practical teachings that illuminate scripture and inspire spiritual growth, even though there's no evidence for a spirit. Worship discusses the what, whom, why, and how of worship, so you have to be taught how to worship as well. Explores the spiritual freedom available to every believer. So again, unproven claims and what they do and how to do them. It's a very, very fallacious study Bible. I opened it up for a few pages and it was like, I don't even think the people that wrote this have read the Bible. Fun recipes, loaves and fish. Oh, that's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Oh, time for me to go get another cup of coffee. Are you Christian? Obviously not. God, I need a haircut. What's up, Odin? What you doing, buddy? I see that, Rick. All right, you have a good one, Ann. Have you decided on a gimmick? No, not yet. I think I'm gonna have to get a wizard hat or something, so, since I bring up Harry Potter so much. You need some water, buddy? Water? All right, I'm gonna run and grab some coffee real quick. Harry Potter accessories. Yeah, I think so. Gandalf loves you. Facts. All right, I'm gonna go get some coffee. Good boy. Oh, Odin is such a good boy. You a good boy. You a good boy. Hi, buddy. What are you doing? What are you doing, buddy? What's going on? What's going on, buddy? What's going on? You're such a lap dog, and I love it. He's such a lap dog. He's a good boy. Yes, you are. Wag that tail. Wag that tail. Who's your good boy? All right. There you go. All right. All right, we're gonna share the stream, the YouTube stream over to Twitter. Hope we get some haters. All right. There's always haters. Do you hope people bring up universal constants? Why do you think that a universal constant is proof of a god? They don't. I literally just argued with a dude whose name on here was Presup. And he literally used the transcendental argument saying it was absolute proof of God, even though it was literally full of fallacies. No, atoms being precise has nothing to do with an intelligent designer making them precise. It's a natural thing. The laws of nature are natural. There's nothing supernatural about natural laws. Yeah, what did the bones say? George, what did the bones say? The answer was nope, bet. Damn. I actually have a tarot card over here that I got at my local witch shop. Locally owned mom and pop's witch store. They make their own herbs and they make their own all these really cool things. It's a tarot card, which if you guys know anything about astrology, is hilarious because I'm a Virgo. I thought it was hilarious that he gave me this. It says, "You're a What are you sighing at, Lemon?" It says, "Hold close to your sense of wonder." And I laughed my ass off when I read that. The Virgos, finish that sentence, Lemon. Finish that sentence. Finish that sentence. Finish that sentence. Certainly something. Logical, intelligent. Wow. Virgos hopefully get the help they need. Wow. Yeah, why are we getting hate, Johnny? We're getting backlash for doing nothing. That's crazy. Wow. Wow. Moderator status. I'm kidding. I have no idea, Evan. I genuinely don't. Imagine being an adult Christian. Imagine being an adult believing in Santa Claus. Imagine being an adult and not knowing how gravity works. Imagine being an adult and not realizing that we have evidence for literally everything in this world except for God. Yeah, nobody's got evidence. Well, there's Nella. We'll see what Nella has to say. How are you doing, Nella? Is that short for vanilla?
Hello.
Hello. Are you over the age of 18?
Yes, I'm 29.
Wonderful. Which god do you believe in?
Well, I don't believe in a God necessarily, but I believe that God is within us. And like, it's kind of, you could call it the
Why?
universe, source, light. Why? Because we are the creator of our own worlds, of our
I
own
made the
matrix.
earth.
I'm not talking as in the creator of the earth. I'm talking as a creator of our world.
Define our world.
Every person has an individual life and they create their own
Subjective
individual life.
experience is perspective and consciousness. It isn't defining natural reality. If I want to be a billionaire, it's not going to magically happen because I'm some creator.
Well, you can, if you want to be a billionaire, you can absolutely take steps towards
Yeah,
that
take
goal.
natural steps and natural reality with natural laws to go and get that right. So our thoughts have nothing to do with controlling reality. Subjective experience isn't truths.
Can I ask you a question? Do you know the power of thought?
Yeah, provide me any evidence or any controlled study or any peer-reviewed paper that showcases thoughts have any effect on reality.
Okay. Have you read anything by Joe Dispenza?
No. What evidence does he provide that our thoughts affect reality?
He provides it by energy. Well, what do you believe energy and frequency
Provide
is?
any evidence that there is energy connecting our consciousness to the outside of our brain.
I mean, I don't have anything available
Correct.
right now.
So this is all
But I can
anecdotal,
get the book,
subjective
no problem.
experience. There's
I can
zero
get the book
controlled
right now.
studies proving consciousness to be anything except for in the brain.
There are many controlled
Zero.
experiments
There
and
is zero
sciences.
controlled studies that showcase anything outside of the brain affecting our consciousness.
It's quantum physics,
Quantum
energy,
physics have
frequency.
nothing to do with supernatural.
I'm not talking about supernatural. I'm talking about
Yes,
the power
you
of
are.
thought
You are
and the frequency
supernaturally
we emit.
believing that there's some supernatural intelligence to the universe.
I'm not. Well, our thoughts are the thoughts
No,
we
they're
have
not
create our
supernatural. Our
reality.
thoughts are in our brain. They don't affect gravity. They don't affect matter. They don't affect anything in natural reality except for consciousness causes neurological firings that help me move my fingers, and my fingers can pick up my phone, but I'm not able to telepathically do that. Why? Because thoughts have nothing to do with the outside of the brain.
Thoughts emit a frequency and energy,
Yeah,
which
no,
does
the
interact
brain
with the
affects
magnetic field.
energy and electromagnetic pulse, same as the heart, and again has nothing to do with outside of the brain or body. It doesn't affect anything.
Okay, let's use this as an example. Let's say you want to do something simple as make a meal. You think of it. Okay, I'm going to make a meal.
Yeah, I
Then
already
you
explained
take
all
the
that.
steps.
Our thoughts help us move our fingers.
I don't understand why
and
you
our
keep interrupting
fingers
me.
can move our plates. Our fingers can move our phones, but your thoughts have nothing to do with creating or manifesting.
Our thoughts is what manifests reality.
No.
And there's
Our
many
subjective
studies.
experience can help you have a different perspective on things that you experience, but natural reality doesn't change based on your experience.
It does though.
No, it doesn't.
We
When's the last
collect it. We
time you
collectively.
believed that the sky was red and it actually became red?
Well, that's kind of an illogical sense because
Correct.
the sky
Everything
has
you're
nothing.
saying is illogical. Provide me one logical
You're not even allowing me. You're not even allowing me to finish the sentence, and you
Well,
keep
it's because you
interrupting
make
me. So there's
multiple claims, and I
absolutely.
cut you off when you make a claim because you're going to make multiple claims, and I don't want you to try and overbear me as a fallacious tendency to win. So when you make one
You're the
claim,
one
I'm gonna
that's
call it
being
out.
overbearing and not allowing me
So
to speak.
what
So
evidence
how
do
can
you
you?
have
Can I
for a
ask you a
controlled
question?
study of the brain affecting reality?
Okay, I can grab my book by Joe
Go
Dispenza
for
if you
it.
just give me a moment.
Such a good boy.
So, the book I am referring to is Becoming Supernatural by Joe
So
Dispenza.
as I said, it's a
How
supernatural
common?
claim.
Can you please not interrupt me so you can understand my
Every
point?
claim you make will be interrupted, so we can go claim by claim. You just made a claim that this is now a supernatural conversation. There's no
No,
evidence
well,
for supernatural.
by supernatural, I'm not talking about ghosts and things outside of ourselves. By
Yeah, you are.
supernatural, no, I'm not.
You literally just said that your thoughts warp reality.
No, I did not say that. I said your thoughts manifest
Yeah,
reality.
manifestation of
thought-
reality is warping and changing reality to what your thoughts perceive it to be. That is a supernatural claim with zero backing.
There is actually so much evidence
Zero.
that
Provide
proves-
one controlled study that proves that to be true.
I mean, it's kind of impossible to speak to when you keep interrupting every
It's
sentence
kind of
I make.
impossible to have a conversation when you keep on making the same circular argument with zero evidence backing your claims. And then
You
get
have
upset
not
and
even
cry.
allowed me to. You have not even allowed me to speak for
Oh,
you
yes,
to
you
even
have.
understand my point. You keep interrupting me, which
You
makes
keep,
this
well, right now,
conversation
you're
difficult.
wasting your time whining like a baby instead of providing evidence.
I just told you, and you, as soon as you heard
You're
the word
still whining like a
supernatural,
baby instead of providing evidence.
okay, I'm telling you, the book by Joe Dispenza, there's a lot of scientific evidence that states that the power of thought emits a frequency which interacts with the electromagnetic field of the earth.
No, it does not.
So what? Okay, let me ask you
Let's get
this:
a
what
controlled
is?
study for that so I can showcase you how fucking horseshit that book is. So that's called pseudoscience.
Just look up Joe Dispenza, and there's
No, I'm gonna
multiple
do
studies.
unbiased research. I know you don't know how to do research, but I do. So we're gonna do non-confirmation bias research. Just
Okay,
because
so
you
can you
want
give
him to
me?
be
Can
right
you give me the
doesn't
peer
mean he's
review?
right.
Can I ask you a question? Can you give me a peer-reviewed study that shows that the power of thought, in fact, does not emit electromagnetic frequency with
They
the
do.
world
They
around
don't
us?
affect the world around us.
Okay, can you give me the review
I'm
study
going to.
so I can learn?
You haven't even provided one that it does.
Well, you are so certain that it doesn't, so I'm asking you to provide proof for your own.
No,
You're
that's not
asking
how
me
that
for
works.
proof.
That's not how that works. So you have the claim
So
that it does affect reality. My saying that it doesn't is not a positive claim that needs proved. You're the one with a positive claim saying this is true, therefore it is your burden to prove it. You shifting the burden of proof onto me is a logical fallacy. You don't even know logic. You have no idea how to think logically or critically. Nice try. I'm going to be nice.
you literally
I'm gonna
have
be
not
nice.
even
Shut
allowed
up.
me to speak.
I'm not allowing you to talk right now.
Oh, you're telling me to shut up.
Yeah, you can shut the fuck up and pay attention. You'll learn today. It's okay. I know you don't know how to learn, and you don't know how to think critically. You'll learn. I'll teach you. We'll go step by step. Elementary school is hard. I know. You have the burden of proof to prove your claim's true. I don't owe you shit. You're the one with the claim. I'm gonna be nice, and I'm gonna go find the studies for you. Just because I'm nice. Not because I owe anything. All right, so here is brain computer interface. done by Zhang H. et al. In 2024. The review of how EEG and other neural signals are decoded to control prosthetics, cursors, or drones shows how the brain frequencies are used via sensors and algorithms to affect external systems. So that's one study on how your brain can affect, again, through electrical pulses, connected sensors through EEG. You also have EEG amplitude and physiology. How big are the fields of our brain? How far out do these electrical fields go? StatPearl's Clinical EEG Entries 2023. Typical EEG amplitudes are on the order of 10 to 100 volts at the scalp. Fields fall off quickly with distance and require amplifications to be used for devices. So it doesn't affect anything outside of it, except for like that far. Meta-analysis, let's see, Bosch at 2006, the interaction of human intention with random number generators. It's got nothing about. Global Consciousness Project by Nelson R.D. in 2011. Again, nothing with it. Doesn't exist, doesn't exist, doesn't exist. So the only studies we have are using EEG or BCI, which showcases and records brain signals to feed them into electronics, but it has nothing to do with the electromagnetic field that touches anything outside of the brain. So again, I will say, there's absolutely no evidence for any supernatural claim of your thoughts warping, manifesting, or controlling reality in any way, shape, or form. What you are talking about is explainable through psychology, which you're trying to say perspective is reality, but it's not, is it? Just because you think 2 + 2 is 5 doesn't mean 2 + 2 is 5. It is 4, regardless of your perspective.
So you don't have any control over your life, is what you're saying?
We do, and it has nothing to do with supernatural claims.
It has everything to do with the power of your thoughts.
Based on neurological impulses through the brain connecting to my fingertips, which allow me to go out and do things. I'm able to walk because of neurological firings in the brain that connect to my nerve endings and allow me to walk. It has nothing
Correct.
to do with supernatural manifestation.
I think you're getting too caught up on the
something
world
true does not
supernatural.
make something true. If I think I'm going to make... So here, I have a money jar right here. I practice witchcraft. I'm an atheist witch. I practice witchcraft. Why do I have a money jar?
You can't practice witchcraft without believing in manifestation. That just
False.
doesn't align, because witchcraft
False.
is a manifestation
False.
and energy manipulation.
False. False.
How is that
fucking
false?
So as someone that practices
So when you
it, I
practice
highly recommend
witchcraft,
you
you're not
shut the fuck up and
manipulating
pay
the energy
attention.
around you.
Absolutely not.
So
here,
what is
you need to
practicing
learn how to shut
witchcraft?
the fuck up. I'm going to help you learn how to shut the fuck up with the mute button. You have to learn how to shut the fuck up. It'll help you out a lot in life. So again, as I was saying before you rudely started talking as if anyone gives a fuck about your feelings, here is a money jar. Does it manifest money for me? No. What it does is a priming effect and a placebo for my brain. It is psychology. Same as when you're going to buy a car, that goes from your subconscious to your conscious, and now you notice that car everywhere on the streets. I do a ritual, which requires some aromatherapy, some meditation, some journaling, something of the sorts, which is all psychological. Nothing magical. Absolutely no magic at all. And I keep it somewhere where I can see it. That way my brain has the journal aspect, the ritualistic, action-taking aspect, and then every time I look at it, it reminds my brain, hey, money. So, what that does for you is quite natural, first of all, nothing magical. I will notice more opportunities because I'm thinking about them more. I will think, oh, I haven't checked the glove box in my car in a few months. Turns out my subconscious remembered that I had put a $100 bill in my glove box. Nothing magical about it. It's just memory. It's in the brain. It's 100% psychological. Or I'm going to have more confidence because I did meditation on it. So I have more confidence thanks to a placebo effect that I'm going to get a job. So when I go and do the interview for said job, they notice the confidence. It gives me a higher likelihood of being hired. None of this has anything to do with magic. There's no evidence for magic. We do have evidence for psychology. So what were you trying to failingly say? Now that I have explained how 1 + 1 works.
Okay, so first I would ask for you to please allow me to speak without interruption so that you may understand.
Girl, I was in the middle of explaining my practice, and you started going and talking. Don't tell me to learn how to listen when you have no fucking idea how to shut the fuck up and pay attention. Gaslighting me. You're adorable. Try to pay attention. Keep up, honey. Keep up. I know it's hard for your brain to work when you're thinking about supernatural things, but let's try to use our brain cells. You have to unmute yourself. Yeah, agreed. She should manifest rational and critical thinking.
Okay, so you brought up the example of manifesting money in a jar. Obviously, you
I
cannot
explained the
say,
psychology behind it.
can you please allow me to speak without you interrupting me? I would really
Well, no, you
appreciate
straw
that.
manned my argument. If you're going to fallaciously bring up something that I
can
said,
I-
I'm going to cut you off and correct you. You said something false. I corrected you. And I will
Can I
cut you
please
off if I
speak
want
without-
to. Here's the deal. This is my show. You decided to hop up. If I wanted to be an absolute asshole and just keep you muted the whole time and just talk over you 24/7, I could do it. I'm not doing that. I'm allowing you to talk. I don't owe you respect. You don't owe me respect. The difference is, if you don't show me respect, I can just kick you, I can mute you, I can be an asshole. I don't owe you anything. So you can get to
Okay,
your point
you're
or
absolutely
shut
right.
the fuck up.
You're
I don't give a fuck
absolutely
about
right.
feelings and opinions. Feelings
You're
don't
absolutely
change
right.
reality. Feelings
You
don't
are
give a fuck about
absolutely
facts.
right.
So,
You are
what
absolutely
evidence
correct.
do you have for your claims of anything supernatural?
You are absolutely correct that you don't owe me respect and I don't owe you respect. But in order for you to understand my point, I am just
You're
asking you,
still
please.
whining. Get to the point.
You're not allowing me to finish my point.
And again, you're still whining. Instead of using your time to talk, to complain, use your time to talk to get to the fucking point.
So when I talk about manifestation, it's obvious that you cannot think of something and it will appear in your reality because that is just silly. When I talk about manifestation, is that you want something and then you have to take the actions behind it to make it
Yeah, there's
possible.
no magic with that. You understand that you just changed your
I'm
mind.
I'm not changing my mind. You just keep over talking me because
No,
you
you
believe
used
that
the
I'm
word
talking about.
supernatural. You have used the word manifestation. Those are two words that have nothing to do with natural reality. They are 100% supernatural. They break the laws of
Can I
physics.
ask you
They break the
something?
laws of nature.
Can I ask you something? You said you practice witchcraft, correct?
I said I am an atheist witch and I practice my own witchcraft, yes. From an
Okay.
atheistic perspective, because there's no evidence for magic, there's no evidence for manifestation, there's no evidence for spirits, there's no evidence for deities, there's no evidence for heaven and hell, there's no evidence for this stuff. What we do have evidence for is psychology and physiology, and we know for a fact that aromatherapy and meditation helps people.
Okay, I don't know why you went off on a tangent when I literally asked you a simple question.
You
But
are a
anyways,
waste
you
of breath.
agree.
How's it going, man? She didn't eat anything. She kept on whining like a bitch. Name and insecurity. Keep whining in my chat. It helps my engagement. Appreciate you. You came in here with claims of the supernatural. The second that I explain the psychology behind the supernatural, you backpedal and say, well, no. We're not saying anything about supernatural. It's all natural. That would ought to be it. Now, you said supernatural. You said manifestation. You. And then you brought up a pseudoscience book explaining how the brain magically interacts with reality. You made these claims. When called out and proven wrong, you then changed your mind. Yeah, you don't have the capacity to have an adult conversation. I'm glad that you figured that out. I highly recommend you go read books. Based in reality, might I add. Pseudoscience is not good for you. Hello, Fred.
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Hey, man, you over the age of 18, brother?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. Which God do you believe in, man?
I believe in the God of the Bible.
Cool. Do you consider yourself a Christian, Jew, Catholic?
A saint.
Whatever. What you got for me?
Well, have you ever heard of the law of information?
Law of information. I have not.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this a philosophy?
No, it's just
Well, the law of information that I looked up is, yeah, it is philosophy. So what law specifically are you talking about? Because law of information brings up constitutional laws.
like
Freedom of Information Act.
no, I'm not. I was talking about that. I was talking about as far as things that's created has information in it, and it shows that there was a designer that
No, it
put the
doesn't.
information for that.
So in
Sorry?
order to show that something is designed, you have to have evidence of a designer. You have to showcase that it's not
Right.
natural and it had to be created in a non-natural way. What we have for DNA is natural causes. What evidence do you have for a designer?
First of all, let's go to
No, don't
Isaac.
pivot. You just said that we have evidence for a designer when it
No.
comes to things in natural reality. So what evidence
Right.
do you have that God made DNA, or that God made trees, or that God made you?
Because there's information inside that tree
That is
that
not
shows
evidence
that there-
of a designer, dude. It's natural. For something to have a designer, it has to be unnatural to nature.
but something unnatural made
No.
the natural.
What evidence do you have for that, dude?
The law of information,
Dude,
things
no.
that were
Do
made.
you? No, they don't. I just looked
What?
it up. Doesn't fucking exist. We know that cars have car builders because we
Right.
have evidence of people fucking making cars. We have engineers, we have blueprints, we have auto shops. We know that people make buildings because, again, we have blueprints, we have engineers, we have shops and tools that make buildings. Why don't we think that people make
Well,
trees? Because
well-
they're natural. There's
Well,
no evidence
okay,
for a
let me-
creator.
Let me tell you this. Okay, so let's take Nikola Tesla for instance.
Don't
Nikola
change the
Tesla.
subject. What evidence do you have that God made a tree?
I'm trying to can
I
I
don't
get an
care if
explanation
Nikola
across?
Tesla says that God is a butthole. I don't care.
Jesus.
I care about evidence. You made a claim that trees, DNA, and information
Right,
has
I'm trying to
have
tell
a
you
designer.
a genius.
What evidence
I'm
do you
telling you
have
that a
for
genius.
said designer?
I'm
I don't
trying to
know.
tell you a
Shut up. Shut up. If
No.
Einstein says unicorns are real, then he's fucking stupid. I don't give a
I'm
fuck
trying
who
to-
said what. I don't appeal to
You-
authority. I'm not dumb. I appeal to evidence. Provide me the evidence, not a this guy's smart and he must be white. No, provide the evidence that something made information for trees.
well, okay, let's put it here. So since trees, what's the function of a tree? What does a tree does?
What evidence do you have that a god made a tree?
I'm trying to prove a point here.
I'm trying to
Can
get you to fucking provide some goddamn evidence that
cussing
your
at me. Stop
claim-
cussing at me.
Fuck you,
Stop that
bitch.
cussing at me. Stop that cussing at me.
Provide evidence that God made a tree.
That's right. Because the tree
Provide evidence that he made
was
it.
little Billy off Power Rangers. I'm trying to help you. Bill
I'm
not
trying
a
to
science
help
guy.
you learn how to critically think. So shut the fuck up and get to the fucking point.
Bitch, your Adam apple hit your chin.
You're so cute. Provide evidence that God made a tree.
Good God, I'm trying to look. So the tree is designed to help.
Prove it. No, prove
bring
it. Prove it was
oxygen.
designed.
Good God, you
You're
know
on
it
the
was
wall with the
designed.
claim. No, we
It
don't.
has purpose. It has purpose.
It
That's the thing.
evolved
Something
to
with
be the way
purpose.
that
Something
it
with.
is. Hey, shut up. It evolved to be the way that it is. Provide evidence that a god designed it. For there to be design, you have to have designer. You have to connect those two. Tree, designer. Tree has evidence. It's called evolutionary biology. God has no evidence. And you're trying to connect these two things. You have to have that link. Find the connection for your claim and provide it.
So you mean to tell me the Big Bang Theory is just a random event, and
No.
then all of a sudden, it wasn't? The Big Bang Theory wasn't a random event. You just said no.
Energy
So-
made it happen. It was natural.
Energy
It was
came
a
from-
100%
energy
chance that it
came-
happened.
But you just clearly just said that it wasn't
It's
a random thing. So if it's not random,
100%
that means it's planned.
chance that it happened because of natural laws. Energy works in the way energies work.
And how did the energy? And then explain to me, how did it happen, man? Where did the energy
There
come
was a
from?
hot, dense state. Dude,
Mhm.
first law of thermodynamics. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. Agree or disagree?
I agree.
Okay, provide evidence that energy was created by a god.
Okay.
Energy has
God's
always
word.
existed. God's
Mhm.
word. That's the definition of circular reasoning. You are fallacious.
Have you ever heard of photoluminescence?
What does that have to do with proving that God made energy?
Okay, so first of all, photoluminescence is
So that's called a
vibra-
red herring, bitch. You're not going to do that on my show. Shut the fuck up and provide the evidence that God made energy. Stop trying to dodge. You running around doesn't help your case
Why you keep muting me?
because you talk
I'm trying
too
to tell
much.
you.
Shut the fuck up and provide the evidence.
Okay, hold on. Okay, let me get back to what I'm saying. Photoluminescence.
No, what
is-
you're going to do is shut the fuck up and provide evidence that God made energy.
what I'm trying to tell you. I said photoluminescence. You won't even look it up.
Photoluminescence exists, and it has nothing to do with a god making it exist.
Can
So
I
get to the
explain to
evidence.
you?
Shut up. Get to the evidence that God made it. It's
Okay,
existing is
so-
not evidence that God made it.
But you know, energy is made by frequency. Frequency had to come
Jesus
from some
fucking
sound.
Christ.
A sound.
Can energy be created or destroyed? Yes or no?
Yes.
So provide evidence. What?
I'm
just
trying
said
to tell
energy
you.
can be created.
It's from frequency.
Did you just say energy can be created?
Yeah, look up
Prove it.
photoluminescence. Okay, let me talk. So, in the Bible, which you don't believe in, the Bible
Because you have
said
to prove
God.
the Bible. The Bible is a claim. The Quran also says things. Hindus say things. Buddhists say things. Zeus
Right.
said things.
I agree.
Greek mythology, Roman
Zeus.
mythology, all their books say things. The book is the
Okay.
claim, buddy.
Right.
Prove it.
Photolum.
Prove
But photolum.
it. Oh my god, you don't even know what this is. Photoluminescence.
Yes, sir.
Photoluminescence is a physical process where a material absorbs light. So that's like when you turn a flashlight off and it gets absorbed into a wall. That's not evidence that energy was created by anything. So try
Right. So
the fuck
scientists,
again.
look, let me tell you.
So no,
look,
you
science.
are red herring again, you dumb son of a bitch. Provide evidence that God made energy.
Okay. So they did it. Scientists did an experiment.
I said provide evidence that God made energy.
I can't even show you. I'm
Get
not even in your
on
face. I'm
topic.
trying to. The only thing I
Get
can do is
on
audio.
topic. Provide
I
the
am on
study,
topic.
the peer-reviewed study where energy was created.
So look, scientists, I'm trying to tell you because I can't sit here. I can't show you. The only thing I can do is tell you.
I said provide the study. Scientists,
I'm trying-
Kent Ham said, provide the study, provide the peer-reviewed study, provide the
Okay, here you go.
controlled
So
study
look,
where
they did
energy
an
was
experiment.
created.
They did an experiment. They did an experiment where they did frequencies and put it inside water. They hit the right frequency, and guess what happened?
The frequency already existed. Provide evidence it was created. You don't get what you're
They
doing.
created a frequency.
Provide the evidence that it was created.
They made a star. They actually made a star
The energy
using
already
photoluminescence.
existed. The photons
Okay, but it
existed.
came-
That is not
but it-
evidence of making energy. That's not evidence of making energy. Energy already existed, dumbass. Provide the evidence that
trying to-
energy can be created.
if your punk little dick
Oh my
Peter
god.
Parker
dude.
looking,
You guys need to go read books. Yeah, if someone's a dumbass, I'm gonna call him a dumbass. Nelly, you need to keep on talking shit in chat. Thank you for the engagement. It's because I haven't made a positive claim, Brotherhood. First law of thermodynamics, energy cannot be made. If you disagree with it, go provide evidence that energy can be made. Thank you for calling me Peter Parker. He's pretty fucking badass. Thank you, Nella. Keep crying. I don't need to prove anything, Josh. It's your job. Hey, buddy. Oh, I'll call you any insult I want, Jerry. Shut the fuck up. No, actually, don't shut up. Keep crying. Ad hominem is when you say you're wrong because you're a dumbass. It's using an insult as reasoning to avoid claims and evidence. Saying that somebody's incorrect because of insert ad hom, that's an ad hominem fallacy. Just calling someone a dumbass is not an ad hominem fallacy. Y'all should go study logic before trying to talk about it. Study. You guys don't know how to study. All right, let's get back to the next fallacious argument. What's up, Delilah? Love that name. Hey there, Delilah. What's up, Ignacio?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, man, you over the age of 18?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. Which God do you believe in, man?
I do not believe in God. I guess I was waiting when you were talking to the first individual.
Do you
Mr.
believe in God?
Circle. No, I do not. Nope. Negative. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's just echoey, sorry. So you don't believe in God. What were you saying after that?
No. Yeah, I was saying that I actually had a question for the individual you were speaking to before, but he just kept going in circles and I lost it. That's all. That's it.
Circular reasoning is the number one argument for God. It's annoying.
Yeah, unfortunately, these individuals don't understand reasoning.
I've had a few people that come up and they're like, hey, I believe it by faith. This is why I believe it. I'm like, hey, that's valid. Thank you for saying it's by faith. This is why I don't agree with that. And then they're like, we end it in an agree to disagree. But then when the people are like, I believe it because the Bible said so, it's like, okay, dude, fuck off.
How many books saying that the same stuff? Different cultures,
Yeah, dude.
different.
We got a book for Santa Claus. Doesn't mean Santa
Yeah.
Claus is real. Yeah. Well,
That's
I'm gonna
right.
move on to the next theist. I appreciate you, brother. You're pretty chill. I appreciate you.
Yeah, no problem. I'm here.
Yeah. Give yourself a good day, brother.
Yeah.
Joe Dojo. Nope, he left. JC. Looks like JC left as well. Ooh, I totally forgot about YouTube. So sorry about that, guys. Let's be real, nobody knows. What is he talking about? Why is this guy so angry? Very rude. Let the other brother speak. Nope. If someone says something wrong, I'm going to call them out. If they get offended for me calling them out, then they can fucking be offended. I only interrupt when someone says something incorrect. If you say something fallacious or you say something wrong, You bet your ass I'm going to cut you off and explain why that's wrong. You bet your ass. If you say 2 + 2 = 5, I'm cutting your ass off and saying, no, it's 4. And then you're going to bitch and moan and go, why won't you let me talk? Because you just said 2 + 2 = 5, dumbass. It is 4. Well, let me finish my sentence. No, you said 2 + 2 is 5. That is wrong. Next. Why don't you let me talk? Because you said something wrong. But my fifis. Nice, tankard. What? Oh, talking about my mug? Fuck yeah, dude. Check it out, bro. It's a dragon. It's dope. I love it. Yep, I have low intelligence. Thank you, Nella. I don't know what that makes you, since you don't know how to fucking argue. If I have a low intelligence, you must be still a single-celled organism. De-evolution. I love how they think that their feelings matter to me. $23,000 likes. Hell yeah. Can we get it up to 30,000? Tap that screen. Where do the conditions that allow a cube to be a cube come from? What the fuck? Your feelings is what causing you to crash out. I didn't crash out. You're just stupid. You using circular reasoning and then gaslighting and changing your claim, and me being frustrated at you changing your claim, is not crashing out. It's me holding you accountable for your claim. Just because you don't like being held accountable doesn't mean you're right. You just don't like to be able to use your brain. Go learn how to use your brain. Thank you, Almond, for the engagement. You should set a P.O. box so we can send you accessories for your set. I'm gonna get some Pokemon. Amen, sister. Oh yeah, Almond's a massive fan. Almond's my #1 fan. No, Pokemon's awesome, dude. I was into Pokemon, but I stopped being into Pokemon when I was like 18. I just lost interest. The cards were fun, but when you have no one to play them with, like I've got a couple friends that play Magic the Gathering, so I got into Magic, but my hobbies consist of studying. Like I really don't have hobbies except for studying, so I don't find card games fun unless I have a friend that does it. And collecting is just a waste of time for me. Like I don't like sports, I don't like gambling. I just don't. They're a waste of my time, in my opinion. Obviously, that's not an absolute fact, and you can enjoy them. Everyone has different hobbies, but I can't make sense of it for myself. Am I in college? No. I'm uneducated. No, I feel that back. I'm weird as hell too. Yeah, she said quantum physics. She doesn't even know the difference between quantum physics and mechanics. She doesn't know what quantum means. She doesn't know what quantum mechanics are. Logic is based on axiomatic principles, same as math and physics. Like, for instance, a logically valid but unsound syllogism would be, I have a cat, all cats are black, therefore my cat is black. You're missing demonstrable data for your cat and for all cats to be black. So it's unsound, but it's valid and formed because the premises follow to the correct conclusion. And then a logically sound and valid argument would be, Socrates is a man, all men are mortal, therefore Socrates is mortal. That is logically sound and valid. So you can have a logically valid argument that is untrue. Again, I have a cat, all cats are black, therefore my cat is black, is valid, but it's not true. You're missing a lot of data. And that's why all the arguments like tag for God are unsound, because there's no evidence. You're missing the data of God and a creator. All supernatural that you literally cannot have a logically sound argument for supernatural because you're missing demonstrable data for a demonstrable empirical claim. Oh, yeah, Almond is upset that I said there's evidence for abiogenesis. That's it. Yeah, there is evidence for abiogenesis. I also provided him 2 peer-reviewed controlled studies, including Miller-Urey, and he said that's false, it's not evidence, you lied, you hypocrite, and then he spams every single one of my videos and chat, saying that I lied about providing evidence for abiogenesis. First of all, am I saying abiogenesis is where we come from? No, but there is evidence for it. To say there's no evidence for abiogenesis is just false. Exactly. I never said abiogenesis is proven to be absolutely true. I said that it is true that it works. It's proven that abiogenesis is possible and does work. So there is evidence for abiogenesis being true. Do we know that it is true? No, but there's evidence. Yes, it does, Almond. Go read them. We are missing, the thing that we're missing with abiogenesis is we have so much evidence for abiogenesis that we're trying to figure out the exact, so like, let's say we have 3 links to this chain, right? We have a chain full of links. And we have 3 extra links, and we only need 1 of these extra links. We're trying to figure out which mechanism is the correct mechanism or the better mechanism to use. That's what we're missing. We have all the information. We know it's true. We're just missing this exact mechanism. Once we have the exact mechanism, then it's proven true beyond a reasonable doubt, and it will be a scientific theory. Like, we know that abiogenesis works. Besides the point, even if abiogenesis wasn't true, it's not evidence that a god made us. Almond, I said that abiogenesis is proven to be able to work. It's not a theory. No, we're missing a mechanism for how. But we have the mechanisms. We're trying to figure out which one is the best one. So we do know it's true. We do know it works. Again, Miller-Urey. Yes, it does, Almond. Oh, that's fair, Dan. I don't even believe that abiogenesis is absolutely where we come from. I'm just saying that there is evidence for it. We know that it works. Almond, I have explained the Miller-Urey. It showcases that inorganic matter can become organic matter, and the amino acids can turn into RNA, and RNA becomes DNA. DNA is the building blocks for life. So yes, we do know that inorganic matter can become life. Yes, it is, Almond. Because that DNA then self-replicates, becoming life. I'm sorry that you're stupid, Almond. Keep providing engagement. I'm done wasting my breath on you now. Nope, I provided you the citations. I provided 2 yesterday specifically that showcase every single step of abiogenesis. It literally shows every single step of abiogenesis in controlled lab. You're asking the wrong question. Don't think about how life or matter was created. Explain how love was created. Love is a chemical reaction in the brain. Nothing more, nothing less. Holy shit. I forgot about you, Katone. The Bible says God is love. That's a Bible claim, but we know for a fact that love is a chemical reaction in the brain. Your Bible's wrong. Congratulations. You can duplicate love. It's a chemical reaction in the brain. Just a theory? You don't know the definition of theory? The verb of theory, to theorize, is a guess. Theories are not guesses. Go study. I've already provided it, Almond. Keep giving me engagement, though. Yeah, Almond, we have been able to prove that abiogenesis is able to work, and it does work. We have not proven that abiogenesis is where we come from. We know that abiogenesis works, though. I have never once claimed that we come from abiogenesis. Yeah, it is. Abiogenesis does work. Again, Miller-Urey. Miller-Urey. I just cited it, Almond. Go study. Inorganic becoming organic, organic and amino acids becoming RNA, and RNA becoming DNA, and then self-replicating into single-cell organisms. There you go. Go read Miller-Urey. No, it shows abiogenesis, dumbass. Go study. Amino acids are a step of abiogenesis. Without amino acids, there wouldn't be life. You have to have amino acids for life. They're the building blocks of life. So to get amino acids, RNA, and DNA from inorganic matter is literally the definition of abiogenesis. Yeah, that's the 1953. It's also been redone this last year as well. No, it is for, I've explained all of it. You need to go read Miller-Urey, Almond. Inorganic matter becoming organic matter through chemical reactions becoming amino acid. The amino acids become RNA. The RNA becomes DNA. Yep, it does. I did cite it. Go study. Go study, Almond. Yeah, I've proven, or I haven't proven, I've shown you the Miller-Urey. Go study, Almond. It's been recreated so many fucking times. I think it happened in 2024 or 2025. It also happened in 2016 or something of the sorts. It works. It's true. Is it where we come from? I don't know, but it does work. There is evidence that abiogenesis is true. Yeah, if you guys want me to make merch, I absolutely will make merch. I just don't want to make it unless you guys actually want it. All right, I'm gonna run to the bathroom while we wait and have Almond keep on crying in my chat and giving me engagement. Love you guys. All right, what am I missing? What did I miss? 26,000 likes. Can we get it up to 30? Evan's in school right now. Yeah, Almond, you're strawmanning the shit out of it. Yeah, Almond will never stop, but I'm not going to block him. Oh, sorry, I'll hop in the Femboy server. My bad. I love that they think that I'm insecure enough to be ashamed of anything that could potentially be homosexual. Sorry, guys, you can't hurt my feelings. What's up, Christian?
I was just making sure you're okay because you weren't in the server.
Oh, yeah, I'll hop in.
All right, bet. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not insecure. Sorry, bud. Go fuck yourself.
No.
No, there's no Femboy server leak. He's just trying to troll. Yeah, I know, right, DJ? Totally forgot about it. My bad. No, we're not being serious. That was a speed run, right? We lost our awe. Who's Nick? He wants back inside. Odin keeps on wrapping his leash around a this pole on our deck. Go study, Almond. Yep, provided Almond. So what kind of merch would you guys like to have? You guys have brought that up a few times now. What do you want me to make? Mug? All right, Almond, you have got to relax, dude. We've provided so many times. I sell some like it just through the TikTok shop. Not this one in particular. Yeah, I had nothing wrong with Almond except for the fact that he just keeps ignoring. And he hopped back in too. He's going to do it again. Almond, I don't want to have to block you. We've provided the citations. If you don't know how to move on, I'm going to have to block you. You are literally only spamming and not providing anything. I'm okay with a little bit of spam, but if you just continuously spam the same thing over and over and over after consistently being answered to, you're wasting everyone's time. Yeah, we can make a mug. I'll figure out how to do that. Oh, Wicked movie. Didn't know that. I have a catchphrase I say too much. There's a few. The fuck does an Albanian have to do with anything, Joe? Are you just being racist? Oh, you are just being cool. Yeah. Nah, fuck the fuck that. We need if he wants to be racist, he can fuck off forever. YouTube is saying a mug that says evidence first, dumbass. I love that. What do you guys think of that idea? I don't know how well that would work. Provide evidence, dumbass. Evidence first, dumbass. I don't know. How should we do it? Amen, sister? Ooh, that's a good idea. An Amen, sister mug. I like that idea. I don't need your gifts, and I don't love God. I don't love things that don't have evidence for their existence. Provide evidence first. So we'll do an evidence first mug and a Amen sister mug. What in the manipulation? Oh, but if you do want to send the gift, I will happily accept 20 galaxies. Thank you very much. Galaxies are welcome. I need a new private jet. So if you want to give me your checking account, the routing info, your savings account, that jet is not cheap. Y'all provide money to Joel Osteen and he has a jet. I think I deserve the same. The only difference between Joel Osteen and I is I'm not spreading horse shit. $10,000 galaxies or God isn't real. Imagine he actually did it. That'd be fucking hilarious. If you transfer 1 million to my bank, I'll say I love God. Yeah, no one's in the box. Got YouTube chat. What's going on? Jesus' life is by far the most documented life in all of human history. False. If you could send me a picture of your... I'm feeling really sad today. If you could send me a picture of your credit card front and back, it will make me happy. I feel the same, bro. I'm just like really sad and depressed. Can you provide your credit card info? Jesus is coming soon. Debunk that, atheists. It hasn't been proven because he's not here. There's nothing to debunk. It's an unproven claim. Oh yeah, Chuck Norris is a lot more documented. Chuck Norris has contemporary witnesses. Ooh, Jesus. Probably be a Slytherin. That one Christian didn't send me galaxies. I'm very disappointed in your Christianity. What's up, Brianna? I don't know why, but I really like the name Brianna. I don't know why. It's a good name. Wouldn't the average human have way more documentation? Yes. Celine. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. I like that. Ooh. Universe isn't a creation. That's a claim that you have to provide evidence for. So just so you guys know, the almond guy, he uses ChatGPT for 100% of his research. Go to his page. He literally posts ChatGPT answers. And he just tagged me in his story. Where is it at? There it is. His story says, he said to ChatGPT, give me a citation that proves abiogenesis. ChatGPT's response was, there actually is no citation that proves abiogenesis, and scientists themselves acknowledge this. Abiogenesis, the hypothesis that life arose naturally from non-living matter, remains a theoretical framework, not an empirically demonstrated or proven process. Here's the current scientific status with key citations. And then it provides multiple citations showcasing abiogenesis. Oh, he made another story for me. Nah, it's the same one. Yeah, Almond, 100% of Almond's research is through ChatGPT. Like literally, if you go to his page, it is literally just posts of him talking to ChatGPT. He literally believes ChatGPT is the answer. I think he's like 12. He's also never requested up. I think he's literally a child. Yeah, he doesn't read the research. Like in the post where ChatGPT was saying it's not proven, it showed the Uri Miller citation and what it showed and proved to be true. Guys, I'm not saying abiogenesis is where we come from. Almond made a claim after I said that we have evidence for abiogenesis, he started spamming the shit out of every single one of my videos saying that I said we have proven abiogenesis, to which I respond, no, it is not absolutely proven. It is not a theory yet, but we do have evidence for it. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much all of my videos. And he just spams the same thing over and over and over. Guys, I do not accept the idea that abiogenesis is absolutely where we come from. But there's evidence that abiogenesis is true, and it's a possibility for where we come from. Do we know that to be true? No, not yet. Nope, no one's in. Well, we have Fred in the box, but he's just a waste of breath. Yeah, he's a really big fan. I mean, we can get Fred in here. Bug it. What do you have?
Hey, how you doing?
What's up?
Hey, man, I want to apologize about earlier. That's not my character, man. I just couldn't
Feelings don't
take
care.
the disrespect.
No,
No,
you don't owe me respect. I don't care.
No, but I'm still a man. I'm still a creature. Still got a conscience. So I just wanted to apologize, man.
Okay, I'm not apologizing to you. You're a
You don't.
dumbass.
Well, you're going to hell. You're going to hell anyway. But I'll just.
Oh. Yeah. Fred's just a troll. Yeah, Fred, we're not letting you up anymore. It's just a waste of time. I'd rather chat with chat than talk to you. We're almost at 30,000 likes. Come on, guys. 2,000 more likes. Tap the screen, tap the screen, tap the screen, tap the screen. Do it, do it, do it. By the way, YouTube, if you guys go to my videos, YouTube has a new function where you can go and do like a vote or whatever and like upvote videos or whatever. Go to the most recent videos and do that upvote thing. Helps me get seen. Was Rick here today? Yeah, he's been around. $29,000, almost 30,000. Oh, Fred, no, you're a waste of time. You're a waste of time. Tap the screen, tap the screen, tap the screen. Tap, 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 tap. Fred crawling back like a bad ex. The short videos. The long format and the shorts, I believe. I believe they both can do it. Yo, Chunky. Thank you for the hand heart. Love you, Chunky. It's not a galaxy, but we'll appreciate you. We're at 30K. Awesome. Thank you, guys. We got 30K. Chunky, how dare you not send 4 galaxies? Should we do an Amen Sister mug? Is that the first mug you guys would like to see? I started making a mug last night. we'll just add the amen, sister. I'll add I'll add on that. You guys know the emoji with the nails and the nail polish? We'll add that emoji to it as well, like underneath. It'll say amen, sister, and then underneath the fucking nail polish. All I want for Christmas is me, myself, and I. Everyone who doesn't send a galaxy goes to hell. Hell yeah, Gleep. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with Spinoza's God. Just believing the universe is beautiful is correct. Cool. Pray to Odin for me as well. I'll pray to Hecate for you. Hecate will help you. Odin as well. Odin is all wisdom. What's going on, Daniel?
Oh, I'm getting back to you. I talked to you one time before. Did you give it any more thought to the idea of the force behind life being entropy?
Are you saying entropy is God? Like humans help with
No.
entropy.
No. I won't give any definition to God. Because I don't believe in him. I just think that it makes sense in science that we are creating more disorder. We are only another mechanism for
Humans
nature to
help with
create
entropy.
more disorder. Huh?
Humans help with entropy.
Yes. They increase the entropy of the universe. So
Yeah.
the driving force behind our creation in nature
It's
is
not a creation.
entropy. Well,
And no,
we came to
entropy is
be.
not what started it. Energy has just always existed.
I agree. I'm just saying what caused us to be is probably
Amino acids.
yes, nature's way of another way to increase the entropy. Now, a sun is a much more efficient
Okay, I see what
mechanism
you're
for
saying.
that to
I see what
happen.
you're saying. You're saying that like we are
Yeah.
a necessity for the universe, is what you're trying to say. Because
Well,
we
not
help with
necessity,
entropy, which helps
just
with the universe.
just another mechanism for nature to do what it does.
Yeah, fair enough. I can't argue with that.
Yeah. I
That's
think
a
it's
neat
a
idea.
great idea. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
great
yeah,
idea.
yeah. I'm not
Because
against that at all.
all this other stuff is a bunch of hoopla. We made it up. So to make us feel better about giving us some kind of mental immortality,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
right? That's what we want. We want to die and still live on.
Yeah.
And that's a hope. It certainly isn't a reality in
Yeah.
my mind.
Absolutely not. There's no reason for us to believe that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna, they have a group in Tibet, and in India and in Pakistan, Parsi group, that when they die, they put their bodies on big concrete podiums and let the vultures eat them because they want to go back to nature in a more natural way rather than polluted by cremation or, just a way for us to
I'd argue decomposition is the most natural way, but
decomposition we rot away, and then we go back being part of the mass of the universe again. Maybe we go and become a part of another form of life, as the materials for other life. But our magic spirit or our soul, comes from our imagination, from the hope to be immortal.
Are you saying you believe in a soul?
No.
Okay, cool.
Absolutely
Making
not.
sure.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a retired physician, and I've had quite a bit of science background. I was a chemistry major, bio major, math minor. I went on to graduate school in biochemistry, and then I went to medical school. So, I
That's
have
cool. I'm a
enough.
dumbass. That's all I got.
No, you are not. I've listened to you before. You're nowhere near being dumb. I've heard your arguments, which I really love. So that's I
Thank you.
just
I'm an
wanted to
asshole. I
communicate.
appreciate when people like me being an asshole.
Yeah. And what do you think of the universe? Why it actually happened? What's your view?
In my ignorance, to the absolute ignorant understanding that I have, my only thoughts are, we know that energy has to have somewhere to go. Therefore,
And the
it
energy
inflated.
came from.
Yeah, that's a damn good question. It's always existed.
So that's where I always end up. Where did the energy come from? But the energy in my mind is God. That was always there and
So kind of
always
like
will be
Spinoza's
there.
God. Yeah.
Yeah, Spinoza's God. Exactly.
Yeah, energy has always existed. I have no evidence to think otherwise.
Exactly. And and we have more evidence of the universe being created down to a billionth of a second.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
How much evidence do we need? I mean, how many things are we so sure of to a billionth of a second?
Right. That is pretty true.
Yeah.
I've never looked at it that way.
Yeah.
I usually look at it like when you see the graph of the cosmic background,
Yeah.
it makes it seem like that billionth of a second is like a million years, like with how big of a gap it is from the inflationary period. I've never thought of it as we are accurate up to a billionth of a second. That's a really good way to look at it.
Exactly.
That's
Because
a really
they
good way
can
to look at it.
mathematically go down to that. In an equation, they can go down to a billionth of a second. So that's pretty good evidence for the Big Bang, the expansion, the whole bit, because it explains so much. Okay, so we don't understand when physics goes awry in that first
Right.
billionth of a second, but that we will eventually understand it. We
Agreed.
just don't understand mass. We don't understand mass well enough. We don't understand dark energy and dark matter,
Right.
completely. So when we do, I think we'll have more answers. And just like our history has been, is we've come up scientifically with the answers.
Yep. And it continues.
So-
Yep. Dr. Blitz was showcasing
my
some new
belief
research.
system-
I think the big crunch is what's going to happen. I don't like that idea, but I think that's what's going to happen.
Do you think so?
I don't like the idea.
Wow.
I definitely hate it, but facts don't care about what I feel about things. And Dr. Blitz was showcasing the newest studies that we have, and it's seemingly to be crunch. That's what it's seeming to point towards right now.
Starting to slow down, right? They
Well,
say it's
the,
starting to slow down.
Not necessarily. It's the acceleration that's slowing down. It's still speeding up, and it's
Yeah.
still it's still speeding up. The speeding up speed
But
is
I
slowing
understand.
down.
I understand that perfectly. That
Yeah.
acceleration is slowing down. That's slowing down.
Right. So
Yeah.
yeah, if that continues, but we also don't know if that's just going to happen in waves, right? Like maybe it just needs to slow down ever so slightly to be able to speed back up. Like, there's so much we don't know.
Well, you know what I gets me though as a human is that we are so focused on us, and
That's
our
true.
egos won't let us, not believe in a religion or a God because it's such a force. Because we just want to be forever, and it's
Yeah.
just not going to happen. Yeah.
I agree with that.
Well, nice talking with you. I just enjoy listening to you when you get somebody on that is a real Bible toter.
Oh,
You
God.
know, that really gets me.
And
You
they
know.
think we've never read the Bible.
Well, I hate it when they quote it to justify.
Right?
You know, because it's like, oh, you're quoting an encyclopedia? Give me a
Yeah.
break. You know.
Well, how do you know
This
that's
is,
true? Well, Genesis 1. No, bitch. How do you know it's true?
Yeah, they reference to the reference you're trying to criticize. You know,
No.
it's like, woo. I don't know.
Ridiculous.
But I enjoy it. It sometimes makes my day go smoother when I listen to you, because I need like reinforcement. You know, it's
Amen,
painful.
sister.
I think it's painful to be an atheist. I think.
Yeah. I mean, we're the
way.
minority, so
Yeah, it's painful. You're ostracized. You know,
Yep.
if I get into discussion with someone, they want to walk away. They don't want to hear it.
yeah.
Yeah. So I try to not bring it up in a group conversation, because it's fruitless, because they've been so indoctrinated. You know, if you have been taught something from day one, by the time you're 50, I don't see you coming out of that box. I don't see you being convinced otherwise. You're
Yeah.
so indoctrinated. So,
I agree with that.
but education, constant education like you're pouring out makes the difference.
Thank you. I
That's what
appreciate
makes
that.
the difference. Yes. Okay. Thank you very much.
You have a good day, Daniel. Appreciate you.
Bye. Bye.
Love that guy. We're gonna get A in here. Depends on the person. I think many people right now are searching for truth. It seems to be. I think we're gonna have a resurgence of people like us. What's up, A?
Hi.
Hey there. You over the age of 18?
Yes, I am.
Wonderful. Which God do you believe in?
I believe in Sigma balls. Yeah.
Sigma. He definitely was not 18. How do I call in? Damn, we need to get a I need to figure out how to add a call in for YouTube chat. Does anyone know how I can make it to where YouTube can call in as well? From the PC? I'm on my computer right now. Text now. I guess that's true, but I'll figure out how to do that, Taylor. For right now, Taylor, the guests are over on TikTok. If you do want to hop in to have an argument, you can come over to TikTok, same name, and request to join on TikTok. I think you have to make a tiny URL. Yeah, tiny URL costs money as well. Or Linktree costs money. Tiny URL. What is tiny URL? Oh, it's just a link shortener. How do I... Skype, Google Voice. So I need a voice over IP. So we'll have to get a voice call thing. What is the most popular call system? I'll be in and out today. Gotcha, Alyssa. Waste all of this neat equipment I have. I feel that. Agreed, and Tino. Can I call in from TikTok? Yeah, it's on the TikTok Live. You're able to request up. Ooh, a Roid Rager. Oh, I suppose we could do Discord. Not everyone has Discord, though. I would also get a lot of spam. We're not going to do Discord. Yeah, here's how we'll discuss the Kalam cosmological. It is not logically sound. There you go. It's begging the question. Next. Yeah, the problem is it would just be a server full of spam. See if yeah, right, Alyssa. vmix vdo.ninja. vdo.ninja. Let's look at vdo.ninja. vdo.ninja. It looks like I've got... So now we can make a tiny URL for that. doing a tiny URL. All right, copy. We're gonna add it. We're gonna add text URL. Oops. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? All right, there is a link to be able to join. Man, I have so many things up. Make sure that audio is working for it. Should be. So we'll allow microphone, not camera. Microphone is good. Okay, microphone's working. Cool. Cool. All right. We officially have a call-in link. There we go. So for you guys on YouTube, you can go on ahead and follow that link. That link will allow you to call in. It is on the screen. The link is on the screen. You'll have to type it in though. Not super often, but they do bring up the Shroud of Turin sometimes. Oh. Yo, Don, thanks for all the gifts that you sent. Didn't even notice that. You got a heart or an I love you. You got the mustache and a heart me. Absolute legend, Don. Delonius, thank you for the mustache. Yeah, everyone send a freaking hat. What's wrong with you? Send hats. God. Come on. Jesus. Thank you, crazy. Thank you, Delonius. Oh, Alyssa. Shame on you. I love you, Delonius. You're fucking funny. What's your modal ontological argument for mustache hats? Fucking what? I'm gonna fight you, dude. I make 40K a month, don't worry. Amen, sister. Should I start selling my feet pics? What? Would you guys buy them? What? I haven't seen that one. Heart me flex. That's a dope one, Ann. I like that. What's up, Katone? Sell witchy stuff? Oh, yeah. You could always sell curses and shit. Dude, that'd be hilarious. And Telonius also said the heart me flex. Hell yeah. I was like, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. There were some people on YouTube that were wanting to join. I set up the link and you guys haven't joined. What's going on here? Preach your truth. Indeed, baddie. Amen, sis. Comment the link and pin it. How do I do that? Let's see if I can't do that in YouTube minimum. So there's that. Pin. Okay. There's the link to join. Cool. You only see a black screen. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Let me click it and see what happens. It is just a screen. Okay. Interesting. What if we do this? Interesting. Interesting. I'm trying, guys. I'm so sorry. TikTok, you just request to be a guest. Yeah, I've never talked to Blitz, Justin, or Ian for how to do this. I was just looking it up. Here, we're going to try this link instead and see if this link helps at all. We're going to unpin that one, and we'll pin this one. Let's test that one out. There you go. That one looks like it works better. Test that. The chat that you're seeing on the left is TikTok. All right, we got one of you. All
Yo,
right.
this is Taylor. Can you hear me?
Wonderful. I can hear you. Let me double check that chat can hear you as well.
Cool.
Okay. Chat, can you hear Taylor? Wonderful. All right, we got it set up. Well, are you over the age of 18?
Okay, wait. My audio, I'm getting a loop of you so. Oh, let me mute YouTube. There we go. Go ahead and say something now. Audio check.
Test, test, test.
There we go. Cool. Thanks so much for having me on. That was a little wrestle, but
Wonderful.
glad we
Yeah,
got there.
yeah. It was an odd one, wasn't it?
Yeah, but
All right, so you're over the age of 18. Which God do you believe in?
Jesus.
Jesus. Are you a Christian?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, well, what you got for me today?
So my approach, my angle for you is that love is actually what created all of existence.
How?
And so it's
Love
not
is a chemical reaction in
completely
the brain.
right. And so in that I would say that love is the chemical reaction is the physical response to this being connected to love or receiving it, interacting with it. And
I'm sorry, say that again.
so from my perspective, the chemical reaction in the brain is actually the response to having received that love and thinking of that, if
So
you
what
will, like
evidence do
stick
you
that up in the
have
fourth dimension.
that love comes from outside of the brain?
Because the Bible says that God is love.
Brother.
So I run on that premise.
Brother. Santa Claus says there's a fat man with a sleigh flying in the sky. Do you trust that book?
No one's ever seen him, so
Yeah, no one's ever seen God either. So why do you believe a book that says something without evidence?
so they did see God. That was Jesus.
Says
that
who?
was him. Says Jesus.
No, says who? Why do you know that?
Because Jesus claimed it.
No,
And
how
then
do you
when
know
he
that?
died, he came back.
How do you know that?
Because when he died, he came back from the
How do you
dead.
know that?
Because his life was well recorded. His
Was
death
it?
is well
Who
recorded.
recorded his life?
Hold on. His life was well recorded.
Right.
His
Who
death was well
recorded his
recorded.
life?
Hold on.
No, you already made a
Let me
claim.
get through it. And
Brother,
then,
you already
and then,
made a claim. Your first claim is that his life was recorded. Provide evidence
Right.
of who recorded his life.
Okay, so Paul the Apostle, John
Wonderful.
the Baptist,
Prove that he did.
John the Apostle.
The
Right, all the
Gospels
12
are
apostles.
anonymous, brother.
They're not anonymous. What
They
you talking
are.
about? Like,
They were the names were added in the 2nd century by Irenaeus.
So do you refute that there is record of Jesus's life, or are you
There's
just trying to go down a
zero
rabbit hole of
contemporary
proof?
evidence for Jesus's existence. Zero.
How do you say that?
Because there is zero contemporary evidence. Name one contemporary writing for Jesus.
The Bible.
No. Because again, they're not contemporary. The closest gospel happened 30 or 40 years after the events of a non-eyewitness, non-contemporary hearsay account. And they're
So,
anonymous. We don't know who wrote it.
okay, but it is still a piece of evidence, just one that you don't accept the credibility of,
No,
which
there's
is fair.
also the same writings for Odin, Zeus, Loki, Roman gods, Klombadrov, Vishnu,
Right.
Buddha.
Those are all, so that's all evidence. It's whether
No,
or
it's
not you
not.
accept the credibility of it, right?
No, it's
So
not
the
evidence of
Bible,
anything. It's not showing
the,
anything to be true. It's not showing any reliability at all. There's no reasoning or logical soundness to believe that that is true. It is not evidence. There is
so,
more
okay,
evidence for me making the
evidence,
universe than for Jesus'
evidence
resurrection.
evidence can be false, right? So I'm not saying evidence does not mean that the thing is true.
No, there's no
It
evidence for
means
your
that
Jesus. What you have is a hearsay writing. It's
so
not pointing
okay,
towards
you're
Jesus,
saying
it's
that there's
pointing
no
towards hearsay.
you're saying that there's no credible evidence,
No, there's no evidence.
right? You're saying that there's no true
There's no
evidence.
evidence. You have a book
The
written by
Bible
anonymous
is a
people
piece.
saying that this dude
The,
existed. That's not evidence,
okay,
that's a
so
story.
you're saying that it's not credible, but you can't say
So
that there is none.
I just explained 3 times what I'm saying to you. Are you able to comprehend the human English language?
So you're not.
So what
You
did I say?
can't say that there's no
Yeah,
evidence
there is no
because the
evidence, and you
Bible
still have
is
yet to
a
provide
piece
any
of
evidence.
evidence, but you can say that you don't believe the piece of
False. I
evidence
explained why it isn't evidence. What did I say?
You can't say that it's
What did I
not a
say?
piece of evidence, but you can say that it's not credible.
No, there is no evidence. Provide evidence.
The Bible, that's
Nope.
a piece of evidence. I could
No.
walk into a courtroom and I say, here's a piece of evidence, it's a book.
Nope.
And then they can say, well, the
They're
book
going to
isn't
throw it out
credible.
and say that's not evidence. Why? Because it's
They're going to
evidence
say it's
that a
not
man wrote a book.
credible. You
It's not
can't.
evidence for Jesus. It's evidence that a dude wrote a story. Or a girl. We have no fucking clue who wrote them. For all you know, it was a 12-year-old with 1 arm and 0 eyes. They were probably blind, deaf, dumb. Like, you don't fucking know because we have no clue who did it. They're anonymous. They're not evidence for Jesus. They're evidence that a human being wrote a story. It's not evidence for Jesus. Same as Santa Claus is not evidence for Santa Claus. Your story is not evidence for your story being true. The story is the claim. You need extra biblical evidence pointing towards the story being true. For instance, you don't just read a book that says cars exist. You have extra biblical car evidence. Like, you have cars on the street, you have engineers, you have people that study it, you have warehouses, you have all these different evidences showcasing that this automotive engineering book is true.
All right, hold on. I don't know.
What we do know is the Gospels are anonymous. That's literally a fact. We have no clue. The closest thing that we have to names for them are is Q, M, and L.
Well, okay.
That's it.
How about this?
Q means source. M is an attribution to Mark. And Luke is the L, an attribution to the names of which Irenaeus made up out of thin air. There's
Okay,
no
would
evidence for
you-
Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John existing.
Okay, so we're going that far. So you're saying that no one around him even existed too?
There's no evidence that they existed. Those are the people that are claimed to have written the book. Those are the people to have claimed to be the contemporary witnesses.
Okay.
There's no
Okay, so
evidence
let
for
me
them
see.
existing, let alone for them writing anything.
Okay, so you're saying, just to clarify, so you're saying Jesus didn't exist,
Nope.
12 apostles didn't exist.
Nope. I
All
didn't
right.
say
What
that.
about? No, I'm just asking. I'm genuinely just asking where you stand.
So the evidence that we have for Jesus' existence is going to be Tacitus, Josephus, and Pliny. But even those are not evidences of Jesus' existence. They're evidence that people told stories about a name named Yeshua, by a man named
But
Yeshua. They're
my question
hearsay.
was,
There was also a church of
my
Crestus, by the way, at the exact same time, Seraphim Crestus, and they were called Christians. So when Tacitus is talking about and Josephus is talking about Christus, it's actually most likely going to be towards Crestia.
okay, but I still want to know what if you believe that the apostles lived or not. It's just all I want
There's
to
no
ask.
evidence for them.
Okay, so then what about? And I'm just trying to understand where you're coming from. What about Mary and Joseph who claimed to give birth to him? Did they
Nice claim.
exist by your?
I gave birth to Santa Claus, and it's written down
Okay.
in my book, therefore it's true.
Moses?
It's written down in my book, therefore it's true. What evidence do you have for Moses?
No, okay, so I'm just asking. So do you say this also for all the characters of the Bible?
Yeah, you have to have evidence for claims. So if there's a claim that a man named Moses existed, you need evidence for that. If there's a claim that a man named Moses used a staff to separate and part the middle of a fucking sea, you would need evidence for that. You need evidence for all
Okay.
claims. Genesis 1:1
So
says, "In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth." What evidence do you have that God made earth? What we do know is earth was formed by gravity.
so what are so just to understand where we're coming from. So what are the pre what's the word?
I swear to God, if you say prerequisites,
Oh yeah, I think that was the word I was looking for. What are the criteria, let's say? What are the criteria to say, okay, this person existed in history or not?
evidence, contemporary witness, archaeology, DNA, fossils, bones, literally
well-
any evidence, but there is literally zero for a man named Moses, for a man named Adam and Eve, for Mary and Joseph. Zero. You have a medieval Iron Age book that says so. That's not evidence. It is a claim.
Okay, wait a minute.
Where in the Bible does it say we know that Joseph existed because his bones are in X, Y, and Z tomb at this very moment? Where do we have evidence that we know that God created the earth because of X, Y, and Z, and that X, Y, and Z residue showcases how God's hands are formed? God's hands are made out of this residue, so that is evidence that Jesus made it, or that God made it. Where's the evidence relating all these claims?
I would say the evidence is the Big Bang.
No, it's
in this
not. What evidence do you have that God made the Big Bang?
We have that. Well, you're gonna say none, so I can't use that.
No, you can. What evidence do you have?
I was gonna point to the Bible, but you.
Congratulations, it's a claim. You have to provide
Right,
evidence
right.
linking the Bible to the Big Bang. What evidence do you have that showcases the Bible's words God created Earth are true? Why would I believe that? When I have evidence for the Big Bang, and then there's no evidence showcasing a designer. There's no evidence showcasing a creator. It's natural.
Okay, yeah. So the only reason, and the reason I do believe it, here's whether you take it or not. The reason I believe it is I do believe that that Jesus existed, and that we have no, there's been no successful attempts to find his body.
Yeah, almost
And
like
so
he didn't
believing
fucking
that-
exist.
Right, but despite that, I believe that he did, and so
That's
therefore, I believe
illogical
the
and
Bible.
uncritical. You're indoctrinated.
It's yes, you could say it that way.
Why is there
I
no
believe-
body? Probably because there's no fucking person.
Could be.
Or, get this, when he was crucified, they left him on the cross because that's what they did, and peasants were not put in tombs. So that's a fucking lie, first of all. Second of all, they would have been left on the cross or thrown into a pile of other bodies, and nature would have handled it. Hence, no bones, no remains, etc. Because fucking wolves ate it. That makes sense. Decomposition and wolves are why bodies disappear.
Wolves do leave bones, though. But
What?
yeah.
Did you just say
so-
wolves don't eat bones?
I said that they do leave bones. But in any
Yeah,
case,
bodies
yeah.
leave bones, and nature over the course of 2,000 fucking years is gonna have things that eat those bones and disintegrate those bones.
Okay, well, because the Romans
Oh, vultures
recorded,
swallow the bones full.
because the Romans recorded that they executed the guy and they put him
No,
into a
they
tomb.
didn't. Show me one Roman record showcasing a man named Jesus Christ, Yeshua HaMashiach of wherever the fuck he
I'm
came
not gonna
from,
have
was
the evidence
crucified.
at the level.
No, there
I'm
is
not gonna have-
zero. There is zero writings, zero Roman record of a man named Jesus being crucified. Zero.
So, right, okay, but if we put all that aside for a second, we can have a more constructive conversation if you don't
Not
just
really.
point
That's
out
the
that
claim.
every one of my claims, I don't have the sources off the top of my head.
We can. I
Like,
mean,
if we could
you're the
just
one
run
that
with-
requested.
Right, but
You're the one that requested. I'm saying there's no
But
evidence.
before I
Your
even
job is
get
to
it-
provide evidence. You're failing to do so. And now you're saying that I can't shut down your quote unquote evidences because you didn't do your job of research and it's unfair for me to shut you down.
well,
I'm going to
saying
rebuttal
that
your claims.
you
This is
get a
how this
statement
works.
out. As soon as I start, you just say there's no evidence of that.
Well,
So
I've been
I
doing this for a
can't
very
even
long
get-
time. And have I been incorrect with any of the things you were saying?
Well, but I can't even get like a cohesive thought out with you, man.
You have.
Like,
We've talked about 3 things so far.
but you won't let me actually get
I
a
won't
thing
let
out
you
within
win. I won't let you have the final say. I won't let you be wrong. Is that what you're upset about?
You won't be respectful and not.
I don't owe you
interrupt.
respect. Same as you don't owe me respect. You're not
True,
going to
but I
fucking
didn't
gaslight
give
me,
it to
bro.
you anyway.
I have not cut you off except for when you make a claim, I will butt in and say, this is what we know about that claim. Or this is what we do not know about that claim. Why? Because I've been doing this and I know what you're talking about. And I'm not going to let you spat out 45 different claims that I have to go through one by one and destroy. Once you make a claim,
Right, that's what
I'm going to
saying.
answer.
So, but if you didn't even want to hear me lay a thought out, why did you have me?
You've
on?
laid out 3 thoughts that were shut down. Just
Right,
because
but
you don't
won't
have
be
evidence
let me lay
proves
the
my
full
point that there's
thing
no
out. Why did you
evidence.
cut me
There's
off?
no evidence. Do you just want to
Just wanted
cry
interrupt
or
as soon as I start any
no? You got your
conversation.
words out, and I responded to your claims. Did I not
Why-
respond to your claims?
No, you did not. You did not even.
Yes,
let me
I
state
did.
my
So did I not showcase that there's no Roman records for Jesus' crucifixion? Because that was one of your claims, correct? You said that we have
interrupted
Roman
me
record.
there.
Did you not say there is Roman record for Jesus' crucifixion? Did you not say that?
Well, it's been an interesting chat. Thanks. for having
Interesting.
me
So
on.
you did say it, and now you're running. Oh, he left. Yeah, I'm not gonna let you guys fucking gaslight me. You made claims. I responded to claims. I answered them, and then you got butthurt because you're realizing the indoctrination that you follow. You wanted evidence. No fair. Very rude. Who the fuck is line dancing there? It's my mother playing with her dog. Speaking of dog, I need to let mine in. Slow. Good boy. That's a good boy. You have fun, buddy. You have fun, buddy. Does Odin believe in Jesus? Odin destroyed Jesus. The tiny URL still above you. But Tacitus wrote down that Jesus got executed. No, he didn't. That was edited in, sure. And he also said that there were sayings of a man named Jesus. Or Christ. He didn't even say Jesus. He said Christ, which is a title and could have been literally fucking anybody. No, it's not widely regarded. It's not widely recorded at all. Here, let's go to the Tacitus' writing. So this is what Tacitus said. Christus, from whom the name Christian had its origin, suffered the extreme penalty during the reign of Tiberius at the hands of one of our procurators, Pontius Pilate. There you go. Who the fuck is Christus? Because there was also a church called Seraphim Christus. Also, Tacitus wasn't during that time. So that's a hearsay that this is what was being told that happened. It's not evidence that it did happen. It's hearsay, same as the story. And also, he never said Jesus. He said Christus, which is a title. No, it's not Christos, it's Christus. Yeah, Messiah. The dog ran to my mom. Oh boy.
Oh boy. Yo!
Evidence.
I wanna fuck you in the ass.
What a good, loving Christian. No hate like Christian love. Yeah, we have contemporary witnesses for Alexander the Great. Congratulations. Yeah, you're right that Christos does mean Messiah. What does Messiah mean? Savior. Anointed Messiah. By the way, he was not saying that this is true. He was showcasing and sharing what he was hearing. Tacitus never met him. Tacitus never spoke of him in the first person. Tacitus is not a contemporary witness. Tacitus is sharing what people were saying. Did she just put him outside? I just fucking brought him in. He's just a puppy. He can be a puppy. It's hilarious. My mom is like amazed at his energy. It's adorable. Am I mad at my mom? No. It's funny to me. Odin gets really excited when she's around, and she immediately goes, "Oh, you need to go outside," because she has a really little dog that doesn't have as much energy. It's just really funny. What's wrong with living with my mommy? Are you insecure? I'm sorry. I'm sorry your mom doesn't love you. Bible baby. What is up?
Okay, how's it going?
Hey, you over the age of 18?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Which God do you believe in? Bible, I'm guessing Christian.
No, I go by the Urantia book.
The what?
The Urantia book. I typed it in the chat. And buckle up because Urantia is the name of our planet. X-Files music plays.
Nature of God, universe of life, teachings of Jesus, fifth apocryphal revelation. Cool, provide evidence.
Hey, just 1 second. Someone's knocking on my door. Just 1 second. It was your mom.
Interesting. Yeah, it's some good information. Oh, yeah, that's some really strong evidence showcasing you're right. Damn, really? I didn't know that. No way. Really? Man, I don't know. That's pretty strong evidence. I can't really think of a way to deny that. Wow, dude, you made a really good point. Really? Really? The book says that? Oh, the evidence shows that? Whoa. Dumbass. It's your mom. I'm a believer now, right? That converted me. Holy fuck. Well, many ancient Greek philosophers didn't exist then. Yeah, if there's no evidence for a Greek philosopher, then I'm not going to believe he was a real person. Duh. What is up with you dudes? Another historian doesn't matter. I believe in things and people due to evidence. If you want a red herring to fucking King Tutankhamun, go for it. That's not gonna fucking transfer me into believing in God. Lemon, you're not allowed to leave. Yes, we have evidence for George Washington. Are you fucking stupid? Is that a serious fucking question? Is that serious? Are you fucking serious? Are you that fucking dumb? Are people literally so dumb they think that an atheist can't believe the factual based evidence that leads to, not including the fucking lineage of George Washington, but the teeth, the hair, the contemporary mass witnesses? Are you guys stupid? All evidence leads to George Washington being existing, doing the things he did, and there's no evidence missing for that. We have evidence that George Washington existed and did what he did. Therefore, it is proven beyond a reasonable doubt. It would be unreasonable to doubt the existence of George Washington. It is not unreasonable to doubt Jesus and God because there's no evidence for them. I just did prove it, Moral. Keep crying in my chat. Thanks for the engagement. Do you believe in string theory? Don't know, dude. It has nothing to do with God. Provide evidence for your God. All roads lead to Chuck Norris. Gleep 2025. Yeah, all this evidence, and none of you guys are providing anything. I've got evidence. Look around. The trees. What's up, JC?
Yo, how you doing?
Hey, you over the age of 18?
Yes,
Wonderful. Which God do you believe in?
I believe in Christianity, the God of Christianity.
Cool. What you got for me?
I have the Kalam cosmological argument. I wanted to discuss that with you.
Yeah, give me your premise one.
Premise one: whatever begins to exist has a cause. Premise two: the universe began to exist. Conclusion: therefore, the universe has a cause. So I take it. Well, which premise do you take issue with?
Premise two.
Why do you take issue with that?
What evidence do you have?
That the universe began to exist?
Yeah, the expansion of the universe is not the start of the universe. It's the expansion.
Okay. Well, how old is the universe? Let's start there.
I don't know how old the hot dense state would be. What evidence do you have the hot dense state was created?
Well, scientists tell us the
What
universe
evidence
is.
do you have that the
13
hot
point-
dense state was created?
Okay, are you going to be? Are you
What
going to
evidence do
talk
you
or
have
just
that
be?
the hot dense state was created?
Okay, is the universe
What evidence do you have that the
13.7
hot
billion
dense state
years?
was created?
Okay, can I read you a quote from
So
a physicist?
I don't give a fuck what you're saying. I want your evidence. So the expansion of the universe is from the hot dense state. The hot dense state is before the expansion. You're claiming that the hot dense state had to have been created. Provide evidence. Oh, he ran. Hey, Intino, fuck you, fuck your feelings, and fuck your opinion. I don't owe you respect. If you don't like me, move on. Thanks for the engagement in my chat. JC, yeah, you are a joke. I'm so scared to go to church. Facts. Mic drop. Yeah, you're right. It's not about respect. So keep crying in my chat. I love it. Your tears give me power. I loved church. I genuinely loved it. If you have evidence there is a God, then I will be a believer in God. I will not follow said God, but I will believe in him. Because facts don't care about feelings. I don't hate something that doesn't exist, Taylor. Do you hate Harry Potter? No, because he doesn't exist? Congratulations, same argument. I don't even cry. I'm trying to educate you with the etiquette of public speaking. Fuck you. That's how I feel about your opinion. That's what I think about your opinion. Keep crying. I enjoy the engagement. You're extremely rude. I don't like you. You hurt my feelings. Swipe. Called the internet. Move on. Move along. Thanks for the engagement, NT. All dishonest debates become about how to argue properly. Yep. Semantical arguing. I would restart, but I think it's about time for me to take a break and see if I can make those see if I can get that mug created. I need to go be a god and make something. Yeah, this is not formal debate. Mug, yeah, everyone's been asking me to make a mug, so I think I'm gonna make Amen Sister as a mug. Yeah, keep crying, Taylor. Thanks for the engagement. I never believed it was a white Christian rapper that was so bad he turned me down. Keep crying, Tinos. Thank you. Mineral, you should hop up here. Prove I am dumb. Make me realize the error of my ways. James Charles says, hi, sisters, in case you don't know the presents. Oh, interesting. I always say amen, sister, because when I was doing my civilian contract for the Army, my lieutenant would always say, hell yeah, sister, or amen, sister. So I just started saying it. I was never a fan of wrestling. Am I Napoleon Dynamite's brother? Oh. You don't even know. Yeah, Hulk is a Christian Trumpy, I believe. I don't wanna. What do you think causes abiogenesis? I haven't studied super in depth, but the studies showcase that it is possible for inorganic material to become organic material through chemical reactions, enzymes, and they become RNA, and RNA becomes DNA. Is that where we come from? I don't know. Is there some evidence for it? Absolutely. We know it works. It's been tested in controlled lab studies. Miller-Urey is one very, very, very in-depth study. Mineral, congratulations on your circular reasoning. You learned that from a book that doesn't know anything about science. You read Life Begats Life from a book that also thought Earth was flat and there's a solid dome. Congratulations, you're stupid. My book says so. Actually, you're wrong. I have this book written 2,000 years ago. Okay, they didn't have tools, they didn't have science. They thought that their farts, if they inhaled their farts, it would keep them away from sickness, and they thought it was good for them. They also didn't wash their hands. They literally were so slow in comparison to it. But anyways, they wrote these books and said facts. And it's been proven wrong time and time again, but I believe it. I believe it. Period. Amen, sis. All right, guys. Think we're gonna take a break. I'll probably be back on later, potentially. We'll see. I might have some plans. But I love you all. I love you all. Thank you for joining. We'll talk to you later. Mwah.